Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C Certified Brewhead, and welcome to episode 219 of Beer Nuts, the podcast Adjunct series. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks in a row, we are sticking in Quebec, goddammit. We're heading out to the Laurentians, and this is a brewery that I've been seeing and hearing a ton about over the last 3 years. And I don't know if I've had any beers. I guess we'll find out tonight. But I'm really excited to get the story. Quebec is just a scene that's just out of control right now. I mean, it's been insane for quite some time, but I feel like it just keeps getting better. And I know I guess these guys opened not long after I moved to Ontario. So I didn't get to sort of experience it whilst I was living there. So super down and super excited to get the story. And we're going to be doing a lot of lagers tonight, which is always a glorious thing. So I'm ready to do it. Let's get this going. So, folks, please welcome. Here we go. We have John and Fred of Brasserie Herman in the building. Let's go. That's an aggressive applause. Boys, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Thanks for having us.
Such a pleasure. You guys are awesome. Boys, you guys have curated a pretty fantastic lineup of brewskis tonight for us to get into, and we're going to start off nice and slow with a little crispy Echo Lite Lager. Beautiful. And this is 3.5%, and it looks like it's hopped with Kazbek, which is Kazbek is Polish, right?
Czech.
Why do I think Polish? It's pretty commonly used then in is it, I guess, all lagers like pilsners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Tell us about this one. Is this like a year rounder? Is this like a one-off?
No, we did a release for since we're doing a lot of lagers at the brewery. Oktoberfest is a big event for us every year.
Hell yeah.
And this year we released 4 beers, 3 collabs, and this one all by ourselves.
Nice.
It's the kind of beer we really love because we love to drink a lot, but not to be wasted. So all lager like this, a lot of taste for the small percentage and everything. But it's the last beer we have left from the Oktoberfest. So light lager, really simple beer, crushed, easy drinking, but with still some taste and some character. Mm-hmm. So yeah, for me,
and being in a small city like Prévost, it's always nice to have like a crusher like that. You know, there's a lot of people that are not necessarily into craft beers or in the craft beer in the beer industry. So it's very nice to have those kinds of beer because we have a lot of people coming in from the region, and they just want to have like a crisp little lager that is not too far from what they used to drink. And I think that this works very, very well, and we can hook some of those people to come by and they see that craft beer is not scary as they think there is.
That's a great way to look at it. I love that. And I guess it looks sick. Of course, it's got the Oktoberfest patterns on it. So I'm glad we got something from this. Gentlemen, great to meet you both. Cheers.
Cheers.
Great nose. Yeah, I would not have guessed this is 3.5 if you didn't tell me. That's awesome.
That's the good thing about it.
Yeah.
It's a fancy Coors Light.
Fancy Coors Light. That's amazing. But significantly better. This is wicked. There's it's got a great grain profile. The Kazbek, that sort of delivers, I guess, it's similar to Saaz or any other kind of Czech noble hop.
It's like a super Saaz, you know?
Ah, how so? Is it like more herbal?
It's a bit more intense. It's like the similar profile, but bolder.
Interesting. And that kind of, I'm definitely getting there's a herbal grassy vibe, but there's always a little pinch of lemon in there as well.
Yeah.
Which is super refreshing, super balanced. It's got this is my first beer of the night, and I always find my palate's a little doesn't take long to adjust, a few sips, but I perceive it as there's a decent amount of bitterness, but I kind of don't trust my palate. Is it got a bit of bitterness, or it's kind of light?
No, well, there's enough so that you want to go for another sip, but it's not considered a bitter beer.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the first sip, as you said, are heavier, but if we started with the other one, this one would feel really light.
Gotcha.
But but it's pretty fun because we did few trips in Ontario, and all the guys and the friend that we made in other breweries, all their lagers in Ontario are a little bit more bitter than the one that we got in Quebec, as like the basic lagers, like from all the breweries that we had, even the like simplest Czech or German lagers, there's always a crunch of bitterness that is a bit higher than we have here in Quebec for the brewery.
Interesting. Was that across the board, or was it at sort of one specific brewery or breweries?
We haven't drank a lot of different Ontario lagers, but like a Godspeed is pretty bitter.
Godspeed are quite bitter. That's what I thought you were talking about. They definitely have a pronounced.
Yeah, well, even like we brewed like 2 times now with all my friends, and even their lager, I feel like, well, compared to this one, it's more bitter.
Yeah, the one from Slake as well.
Slake as well is more bitter. Yeah.
Was that for their anniversary? Did you guys do that anniversary lager?
Yeah, we did an LS for their anniversary back in May.
Yeah.
They came to our place for our anniversary too.
Okay, maybe I had that because I know they just.
Maybe I think you. Well, there's a couple of collabs we did with other brewery. I think you drank. I don't know if you drank our beer directly, but
I don't think so.
It's like Catch we made like 2 collabs with them. Maybe you tasted one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Melon, when we started, I remember the first collab we did was at Melon.
Amazing.
And I remember you or your girlfriend, one of you guys.
I had it in the Cinquième Baron.
At Cinquième Baron, I had it for the Oktoberfest, I think. And one of you guys posted the beer on Instagram.
Yes.
I posted pretty stoked about it.
Yes. Okay. Because that was 2022. That was September. Yeah. We just moved here. And then we, like 2 months later, we went to Cinquième for that. And I remember that now. Yes, absolutely. And Melon was, I think, between them, those two are how I heard about you guys. Which was sick because, and this was before Melon were not on the lager tip in the way that they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they hadn't at the time. So it was sick. So you guys were this was always your shit? Like Herman's vibe was lagers, eh?
Yeah, it was always the plan. The plan was to do, mostly thirst-quenching beer, but mostly lagers. We thought we would be doing more like a Saison and Farmhouse beer.
Okay, yeah. But
it's long enough to do mostly lager that we have to do some hoppy beers to be able to release some beer.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And like it seemed, I guess you guys would be a great task. It seems that across the board, even in Quebec, from what I've noticed, the farmhouse stuff, unfortunately, is kind of like breweries that have focused on that somewhat exclusively are not lasting. And I've heard that percentages of farmhouse beer from breweries that were known for it have just dropped significantly. Even like Jester King in the States, I think now we're canning Pilsners and IPAs and stuff, and as opposed to their big, the barrel stuff. Have you guys noticed that? Like, was that part of why you wanted to do it, but you didn't because the demand isn't there at all? Well,
in our case, the demand is there because we don't release a lot of them. Like, it's small batches from time to time, so it always goes well. But I feel like people, even if the basic knowledge of everyone in beer is really higher than it used to be, Saison is the kind of thing I feel like people don't really know about that well. And there's a lot of difference between every breweries in the Saison, I feel like. So people don't tend to go for this first.
Makes sense. It's a real shame, man. Like it's such a wonderful style that just sort of like the interest is waning. I wonder if it was like, if it's temporary, if it's just like a dip, and maybe
for a lot of people opening a bottle, it's more like an event, or it's like a sharing kind of thing and when you think about like those little cute cans, you can like crack like 3 or 4 of them on a Tuesday night without any problems.
Yeah, I think that's definitely, you're 100% right. Like the bottles that just feel like a shareable thing.
Yeah.
And it's people, and it's hard to get people out of that sort of
But all the time when we release bottles, Fred has like one thing that he does. It's if I can drink it by myself and still have fun, it's like a kind of beer that we want to release, So all the time. He will text us and he's like, "Yeah, just finished the bottle. It was super easy. That's we can release it now."
That's awesome, man. That's a really good way to look at it. Like if you can drink it and you're still good, then it's not too much as well, I guess, because you've got 750 mils, so it's pint and a half or whatever. Hey, that's a really great way to look at it. Yeah, I don't know how you break people out of it, but I feel like it's like even I imagine both of you guys have probably absurd cellars with just tons of bottles. I definitely do, and actually I have space in Montreal. When I lived there, I had no space. Now I got a house with a basement. I got a pretty ridiculous cellar, and I've had to. Normally it's on every Wednesday. I try to make it my big beer Wednesday, and I'll do like the big stouts in the bottles because otherwise they just sit there and fucking die, man. Like, so
yeah, I leave them at the brewery because if they're at home, I bring them.
Yeah, that's one thing I've seen a lot. Yeah, man. I mean, it's because sometimes you don't. Because I'm doing the 750s like to myself, and they're like sometimes 15% or something. And I got this little glass that is probably 5 ounces, maybe. It's like a mini, you know, the New England IPA glass, the specific New England one.
Yeah.
It's like a mini one of those. So like, I have the big bottle. You crack that open and you pour them just one at a time, but you don't put the bottle in the fridge, so it changes with every time you refill the glass, and it's like a nice experience. And I might take a couple hours to drink that, and I find that's a pretty nice way to do it. I mean, and I'm not too fucked up the next day. I wait till I've eaten a lot. All that to say, I had to force myself because I'm seeing all this stuff and it's stocking up and trying to take away that open a bottle for a special occasion thing, and just like you saying, just a Tuesday or on a Wednesday when I do it, like, cool, it's Wednesday, it's big beer time. What am I doing? And I always try and like pre-plan it and stuff. So
yeah, we tried to do some bottles that I don't want you to feel guilty to open it by yourself. Like all the time, I'm a big basketball guy, so I'll just watch the game, open a bottle or two of saison at like 4 or 5%. I don't want people to feel bad about it, but I still want the effect of feeling it like special at the table. You know, like it's a fine line of like you want it to feel special, but you don't want people to feel bad about drinking it in their basement and sitting in basketball alone.
And we did a few of like bottles that were saison unoaked, like fresh saison that are like a really approachable price that you don't feel guilty to open at like on a Tuesday as well.
I love that. It's definitely the optimal situation, because often even the farmhouse ones are kind of like higher percentage than what we were just talking about.
Yeah, but we mostly do low percentage beer. Sorry, okay. As we go, my English accent is gonna melt down a bit. Yeah. So yeah, we do some low percentage alcohol beers most of the time. So even our saison, we do like a line of we call it the Lenny. It's a grisette, like 3.5%. And with New Zealand hops, like one hop at a time. We did a Riwaka one, Nelson one, Motueka one, or Moteka, how you say it?
You know what's funny? Last night, the brewer from Bad Bones is from New Zealand. So I was like, dude, how do you say it once and for all? And I was saying Moteka because I just didn't think you had to. And he said it's Motueka. Like not Motueka. Okay. Yeah, but it's like a little dip on the like Motueka. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna say it properly now. So very funny that you asked, because I literally learned last night.
Yeah, but I listened to one of the podcasts recently, and you spoke about it with someone, and I was like,
I sounded pretty confident that I was right, and I was wrong. I was very wrong. You just got to talk about it.
Anything tonight and be confident, and nobody's gonna ask you for it.
I didn't think, but I brought it up to him. I was like, all right, I just hit me. We were talking about hops, and I was like, oh, dude, you're from New Zealand. Like, you could tell me, because they've got the way they pronounce some of the words in Maori, like, because most of the places are named like with the Maori indigenous names. Like the word family is like, it's called whānau, but it's WHANAU. So WH is F. So I was like, okay, I know that one because there's, in Australia, there's lots of New Zealand folks. So I was like, all right, I thought I was right, but I was like, maybe there's something to it. They've got interesting pronunciations. But yeah, I think that's the only one.
Oh, Ryan is there now. Okay,
yeah, it's Ryan. Yeah, it was Ryan. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, because he was at Will's, and now he's just started like a month ago. I hadn't met him, but yeah, so I finally got that, because all the other hops, I think we're all pronouncing them right. It was just that one that had a little like question mark over it. But yeah, so you're doing single hop farmhouse bottles.
Yeah, and this one, it's non-barrel aged, so it's like a fresh grisette. Well,
Okay.
I say fresh, but it's a couple of months still in tanks, and all of the bottles we re-ferment and bottle to have a natural carbonation.
Sick.
So it's still long, but this series, the Lenny one, it's not non-barrel aged, but we sold it for like $14 the 750 bottle, so it's
That's good.
not that bad for that kind of beer.
It makes it like, because I guess that's the other thing. It's the bottle makes it feel like an occasion, but sometimes the price does.
Yeah.
And that's really reasonable. And particularly the time. I guess you have to charge more if it's barrel aged or it's fruited or something, right?
Yeah, and most of the barrel age we're doing now, it's fruited. So it's fruited and barrel aged. So yeah.
Oh, sick. So it's, yeah. Usually the people who drink those beers understand that those things cost money and are willing.
Yeah,
to
we have a
spend
big
it.
crowd, mostly at the tap room of like people that don't really like beer, but really like the place. And we only have beer, no alcohol, no vodka or no wine. And those kind of beers, sometimes people who likes wine, like a nice light, like saison barrel aged with fruits, it can almost feel like a natural wine.
Big time, just with carbonation. Yeah, every time I've had natural wine, it felt weird because it didn't have carbonation because it tasted so similar to a farmhouse, which is perfect. I feel like that's a great like alternative for people, and they probably won't even realize that. Well, you tell them it's beer, but I'm sure they, it's like it's a cool like gateway as well.
Yeah.
And if they come to you guys for that, even if they don't drink anything else, that's pretty sick. It's just cool to see that style still live on whenever anyone's got any traction with that. I think it's very cool. I would have thought that Quebec would have been the place where it would have like, held on a little more as far as being more prevalent. There's way more breweries that make that style in Quebec than in Ontario, for example, or Vermont or whatever. But I would have expected, because I was in Toronto first when I first moved here, then I moved to Montreal, and I felt like in 2012 when I moved there, it was everywhere. It was mostly what was around, like the European stuff, and then any of the local stuff was all, a lot of it was farmhouse focused. Mm-hmm. So it was like, why do you guys think that maybe the Quebec market specifically had, I don't want to say moved away from it, or it's just like the style became a little less popular in Quebec, which has traditionally been a market where that style is
fucking
IPAs? Yeah. That was my guess, but is that really what it is?
I think also, like as we said, most of the people are doing them in bottle and the price is higher, so it stops we're in an industry where people likes to try a lot of things, and spending a lot of money on one bottle maybe is not like the number one choice for everyone. But
that's a good point. Yeah,
but the real beer geeks, they still love those kind of beers, like Oval, those mostly saison and things like this, and people are still going crazy for these beers.
Yeah.
So there's still a market, but it's smaller.
Yeah, we still do a lot of those. We still like this year we're gonna have like 4 or 5, maybe more of that, like 4, 5, 6 different bottles that we release. I mean, it's not, like said earlier, it's not a big quantity, but it's still, I mean, we still have on our, like, there's always a bottle in the fridge, and there's always like one available for the customers when they come. So we always have at least one available. Well, most of
the time, which is good. I think that's probably the smartest approach to the style, where like you guys were saying, you make small amounts, so then the volume doesn't stick around for forever, and there is some urgency on the customer side, meaning there's only X number of bottles, so if you want it, you got to kind of like move on it, and then it allows you guys to continue to experiment, try different things without sitting on product forever, and kind of makes it like, just like the urgency behind it, which is sick. Because I think everyone, if you're making it, it takes months and months and months to move it. That's probably the turnoff for a business, I guess. It's not smart to have so much stock just sitting around and shit. And
at least those are products that age very well for most of them. So I mean, it's not as scary as if we had like IPAs or like hoppy things that would stick in the brewery. So sometimes like those kinds of product, like during winter, they go a bit slower, but they some of them tend to get better, and some of them tend to get like more complex. And
That's a good point.
always exciting to see like a living product like this as well.
Definitely. Yeah, that's kind of the fun of them as well. That it's almost like people have, because you mentioned IPAs. I know you were joking, but I think you're
Yeah. No, I still love it. I drink
No,
IPAs
IPAs
as
are
well.
and we're going to have one tonight as well. So, you guys obviously doing them, but I think the popularity, because I remember when in like 2018, maybe 2019, like haze hadn't really taken hold in Quebec. It was like the slowest place where everybody was just going to either Ontario or Vermont to get stuff because there wasn't really anything that stuck. And then I think around 2019 is when things really started to kind of pick up with Meso and Brewski really like going hard. There was some about Canada, of course. Sorry, before then, obviously, but I feel like it was later in the market for Quebec. They sort of held strong on all the barrel aged stuff, period, stouts and farmhouse everything. And then I think over time, maybe because they were like one of the last provinces, or at least they were slower to uptake on it. I don't know if you guys agree with this or not, but that's just what I felt. Then I feel like they were just like, everything just went IPA crazy, and it kind of pushed everything else out of the way. Even like brewers like Dunham were doing like single hop IPAs and stuff like that all of a sudden, like because there was just the market demand. You couldn't like avoid it. Did you guys see that? Does that
Yeah,
resonate?
well, we used to always be like 1 or 2 years behind the United States and everything like this. I think now we're pretty even. Like
Agreed.
sometimes on the crazier side of things, like a pastry, sours, smoothie things. But even then, like if you look at what Brewski, Meso, and everyone are doing, I don't think there's something crazier anywhere. Like
Nope, I agree. And I think
and,
Quebec was the first to do smoothies in Canada. Period. I don't think I thought it was Brewski, but Derek said he thought it was Meso did it before them. And no, what's that brewery called? Nouvelle France. Apparently they did it like first. That's what.
yeah.
Because I was telling Derek I thought it was him, and he was like, no, it wasn't me. So, but they were doing it. Quebec was doing it long before Ontario. Ontario were very slow on smoothies, and here, like, I feel like the barrel stuff has picked up lately. Like, I feel like more breweries are doing double barrel stouts and shit like that. Like, not a lot, but more than they used to be. Used to be able to basically get no barrel aged stuff from here, very few, and I feel like it's picked up more, which is a weird kind of like.
But I feel like brews are speaking to each other more than they used to. Also, like,
good point.
You got guys like Mesorum, they're good friends of ours. There's always a part of the team somewhere in the world in the brewery. So
yeah, they go hard.
Everyone's talking to everyone, so everyone's raising at the same time. I feel like, but I still feel like Quebec, we have pretty much the best beer in all of the categories right now. But
I don't think many people would disagree with that. I feel like during COVID, it was I think that's when, I don't know about I realized when I used to go to the States a lot. I do now, but I guess beforehand, like a lot. So I was drinking beer from and I was coming here all the time. So I was drinking a lot of beer from different places. And then once you couldn't get anything from the States, and it was even hard for me to get Ontario stuff, then I'm just like, oh, I'm not lacking anything. If I'm stuck here and can't go anywhere and all I can get is stuff from here, everything is exceptional, like you said, in every category. There's nothing that like, oh, Quebec doesn't really do that well. Like, everything is done exceptionally well. It's very cool, man. It's cool to see, because Quebec was always exceptional with a lot of things, like say food and stuff, and farm to table. That's how we learned a lot about like an appreciation of local, I guess, because Quebec is really proud. Like, every gas station has the cheese curds at the counter, which is hilarious. But just that level of dedication, every SAQ always had the big Quebec sections and all this stuff, and I was like, all right. And I feel like that stuck with us when we come here.
That's
everything
pretty new, the Quebec thing in the SAQ.
That's new, eh?
Yeah, and Ontario really has the LCBO, like wine from Niagara.
The VQA. Yeah.
Even still in some SAQ, it's still wine from other countries, and it's going to be wine from like Okanagan or thing like that. They're going to be in other countries next to wine from Moldavia or anything like that. But
right, okay. So maybe I'm thinking more of supermarkets or something. Like, there's always.
But in the last years, they start to be like very strong, and during the COVID as well, and the Quebec power really start to be strong. But it hasn't been that long in like the alcohol industry that they like the store pushed them a lot.
But in general, I think Quebec, we're proud to be from Quebec.
Big time.
Yeah.
And
the only French-speaking weirdos.
Hey, look, we're all weird, but yes, it's a strange place when you're not from there, but it's cool as fuck. It's my friend's there now. Actually, do you guys know Dan from Zenon, the glassware company?
Not personally, but we just ordered some glasses from yeah.
So he's okay, beautiful, because he does all the stuff. So yeah, he's the homie. So he's there now, and he's calling me. He's visiting everywhere. Went to the AMBQ, and I'm like, I'm just so jealous. All the places he's telling me. I haven't been since April, May. I'm just like, fuck, man. Quebec is so fire. It's just got everything is so elevated, and because I guess we were there for so long, and you live there, and you kind of like, you start to take things for granted because it's just around. But coming here and seeing how many Ontarians go to Quebec regularly and lose their minds over everything, it's like, oh yeah. And then whenever we go and visit, I'm like, oh, there's nothing like this anywhere. With just the way people chill in the parks. The coffee is exceptional. All the restaurants and food is just incredible. Like, it's just like it's got a very cool culture that's cultivated. And like you said, it's like people are really proud and they leverage local stuff a lot. And that's kind of like between Quebec and even Vermont do that, the farm to table stuff too, I noticed. So all that to say, yeah, it's really cool that Quebec has sort of established this reputation and sort of like the way they present everything they do. And it's just incredible. And I feel like the beer now is at a point where it's like untouchable. It's and it's world class. People, the other boys were just in Europe, Brewski Dudes, Leketch, Wills, and Third Moon, and they were telling. I spoke to almost all of them. Just happened to talk to them in the last week or two, and all of them independently told me how people were just losing their minds at Quebec products in Europe, Canadian products, I guess, because it's Ontario and Quebec, but just. Like, I thought that was so dope because imagine like going to Europe and then they're drinking like all these crazy haze and all this stuff that they can't really get. And it's like, they must be losing, like they don't make it like that there. So I think it's really cool to see, even from hearing that story from all these folks in Europe are just excited about products from here. It's gives you a bit of hope at a time when things are kind of weird and, who knows where everything's going. Yeah, it's sick. What were we talking about? There was a reason we were talking about all of that.
We were speaking about farmhouse beers at the beginning, and we went
farmhouse. We went the full little thing. So maybe what we'll do, how are you guys looking for the beer? Oh, I froze. God damn it. Let me just unplug this and get my camera back. Are you guys almost done this? Do you want to go to the next beer? Then we'll talk about the story.
Yeah, I'm a quick drinker, so
yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I thought you guys might have been done. I was trying to drink slow, but
we do this kind of beer because we like to drink fast.
Okay, duly noted. I will go hard. What are we feeling next, boys?
I feel like Spund because the Severni one, the Czech one, is a bit more bitter. So I would go with the Kellerbier first, I think. So it would escalate the.
Just gonna go grab it quick.
Yeah, brother.
And I thought I had some at home, but it's the only one I don't have yet. Well, not yet, but at home right now. So I might just crack something different.
Yeah, that's cool. We can talk about that too. So this is the Spund Kellerbier right here with that nice like 70s, 80s kind of vibe. Very dope. So this one is 5 even. So a Kellerbier. So it's a French, Franconian. I guess that's French, right? Is that
it's German, yeah.
Oh, Franconi's fucking look. I'm just messing up all the European stuff tonight. I gotta stop guessing. And this is hopped with Pearl and Middlefro.
Yeah.
Wicked. All right, let's get this going. Kellerbier is essentially, maybe I'll let you two rather than me try and like guess. I know it's like cellar beer, right? Like,
yeah, it's kind of nobody has the same like definition of a Kellerbier.
Okay.
We did this one like it's in Quebec. A lot of brews are doing it like a younger lager, like a fresher one. I would say like a bit maltier, a bit hoppier in this case than like a standard pils.
Okay,
but a bit less of lagering. So in this case, it's like a month. Normally, we try to go for like 5 or 6 weeks minimum, and this one is like a 4 week sold. So it's probably lagered longer than most of the lagers in Quebec, but still, it's younger for us.
Okay.
It's like a fresh beer, a fresh lager. It's one of the lager we released like in the last year that I love the most, I think.
Okay. And why do you lager this one for a shorter period?
Well, it's like the original thing. It's like the cellar beer. It's like drinking directly from the cellar, which is Keller is a cellar, but nobody has a Keller in Quebec. Pretty sure nobody has one in Canada.
I'd be shocked.
Everyone's doing some, so it's like a young lager if you want.
Young
and
lager.
Why is it called Spund?
Yeah, and we call this one Spund because beer names are not our thing. But Spund, because this one is naturally carbonated, so it's like the spunding technique of like keeping the gas from the fermentation to carb the beer.
Mm-hmm.
So most of our lagers are like this for like 80% of the carb, and we adjust it with CO2.
Okay.
But this one is all natural carbonation, and I feel like it brings like a bit of a smoother mouthfeel.
Roundness, yeah.
Even if it's really dry, the beer doesn't feel that dry because of the mouthfeel that the natural carbonation brings.
Interesting.
It's a small detail because we do like small fine beer, but
hey, makes a difference. I love it, gentlemen. Cheers.
I think I'll just go for another. Oh no, I'll do this one.
That nose is like it's like honey or something.
Yeah, it's
wow.
It's maltier than the one we just did.
Oh my god, that is insane. Why does it smell like that? I mean, it kind of tastes like that a little bit as well. Is that that's got nothing to do with the natural carb? That doesn't change the anything like that.
Well, the flavor you're speaking about is mostly the grain, the blend of grain used in this one. That brings like a honey-like flavors, malty sweets.
Wow, I've never smelled anything like that in a crispy. That's insane. What are the malts in it?
It's pretty simple. All of my recipes are pretty simple. It's Pilsner malt with a bit of Vienna malt, a blend of two different Pilsner and Vienna malt.
Okay, that's insane. Whatever it is, it's that like cracker, like graham crackery honey cereal thing going on is crazy, and the head was insane, like super like meringue. Wow. Definitely more bitter, and it's punchier than obviously the Echo Light, but it's delicate, as you said. That's a great word for it. It's wow, this is fantastic, boys. And is this a year round, or this was a one-off?
Well, we did this is the second batch in a couple of months. We don't really have some official like year rounder. We have some beers that the beer we'd made the most is
we have some favorites.
Sorry?
We have some favorites that comes back.
Yeah, we have some beers that we do like a couple of times a year, but like in 3 years, we have the Italian Pils. We did it like 6 times, and we have a lemon goza that we did like 7 times because it's pretty much the only sour we're doing back to back. But besides this, like the one we like the most is like once or twice a year, and we try to bring some new beers all the time too. But so this one, it's for sure it's going to be in the lineup every year, but not like all year long in the fridge.
Gotcha. Do you have any year round? Is it like you said, you got favorites? So there's not like a flagship, I guess is probably a better question.
No flagship, and there's no beer that we have in the fridge all the time and available all the time.
I think that's a solid move, like you guys said. Keep it fresh. People in the beer world always want something new, something different. Yeah. So it's it makes sense. It's kind of cool, and it always gives people a reason to come by because there's always going to be something new, essentially.
And I feel like if you have it all year long, people are getting tired of it. But if you bring it like every 4 or 5 months, people are excited that it's back.
Yeah, we are like personally really excited about those beer when they come back as well, because normally most of the beer that we brew, it's because we want to drink them. So some of them I would like talk to Fred and I would be like, when is this one coming back? Like, we need this one right now. And it's not about the market or the sales. I just really want to drink it. We don't have it anymore.
Hey, that's dope that you have the ability to do that. Like, I want to drink this right now. Bring it on back.
Well, it's not going to be right now. I know it's going to be at least 2 or
4
3
to 6
months,
weeks.
but,
Yeah, still.
But still, we pretty much only do things that we love. And that's the nice part about having a small brewery. And it's if we release something, we want it to drink this kind of beer.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I always feel like the best breweries are the ones that do exactly that, like the things that they really love. And, you know, sometimes market forces you to do stuff, which is fine. But if you really just, or you can just be like, nah, fuck it, I'm not doing that. This is what we do. We're going to stick to it. I think that's what, because people can taste that passion that you guys put into the stuff. And if you're not, your heart's not in it, then I think people can tell that you didn't really care about that. So you're just doing it because it's popular or whatever it is.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be, if we brewed like a West Coast IPA, it's going to be bad because I think it's a stupid style. But people are going to hate me. I'm only 2 cans in. I'll already saying this, but yeah, I don't think it's a good style.
Interesting. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, I just feel like West Coast IPA tastes like an old IPA.
Okay. Old meaning just like from 15 years ago.
Not fresh one, yeah.
like shelves.
Yeah.
Okay.
West Coast IPA feels like a bad New England IPA that was on the shelf for 3 months.
Do you feel the same
way? The
way?
newer ones are better, but...
the new school West Coasts.
Yeah, but are they really West Coast? I don't know.
Depends who you ask, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same, John?
Oh, I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm just gonna. I don't want to have hate mail or anything.
Okay, so we don't have to go there. I get it though. I feel like it was really it was what IPA was, fucking 2012, or, you know, whatever.
But I used to love it. You know, when I started in the craft beer industry, not industry, but when I started to buy craft beer from everywhere, I really liked the old school IPAs that were like every IPAs that we had before. So I was really excited about it, and I was really I was really excited about all the bitterness, and I was looking at the IBUs and everything. But I think that today, it's
like Yakima 10 years ago was amazing. Shout out to Scott, but
shout out to Scott.
But right now, I don't think it's for me.
Understood. I think that's fair. I think you can hate anything you like. It's fine.
Yeah,
I
like IPA more though.
Black IPA. That's a fair. I don't think many people would disagree with that.
No, it's a safer opinion.
Definitely safer. Yeah, the Westie fans are pretty. I'm a massive Westie fan, but I also don't blame you for not liking them. I think I think he went. I don't know about you guys. I think when Haze came in, I was like, get that shit away from me. I don't want that no more. And then maybe after Haze became so everywhere all the time, it became a nice little break. So any drinking session, like on the weekend, I always like cut between Haze with a little Westie, just to break it up. And it's nice. And there is, I think the old school ones can still hold up. Like, there's not as much here though. Like, I find that, say I'd go to like the Buffalo and I'd get like Bell's Two Hearted in like a 6-pack in the shorties, 7% old school. Don't have to think about it. Nice little crusher.
And it's still good, or
it's amazing. I fucking love it. I love it. Sierra Nevada's I just got the Celebration, which is their fresh hop, which is like the red. It's like not even amber. It's like red, with fresh hop. So it's the West Coast style. Fantastic. I don't know. I just had an appreciation for it that I didn't before, but I'd also say that I didn't appreciate lagers as much until just before COVID, maybe. Because they were everywhere. In the beginning, it was like just mostly, it was either West Coast IPAs, lagers, and like Belgians kind of thing. And that was really all it was. I just found them sort of boring and stuff. And then once I went to Toast in Brooklyn, and I had a Suarez family slow pour where they take 10 minutes to fucking. And I was like, oh my God, it blew my mind. And after that, I've just been like, anywhere that has Luca taps is where I'm going. You guys would have Luca, I imagine?
Yeah, off of the tap we have is our Lucas.
Let's fucking go. The best.
But lagers too, I feel like 10 years ago, lagers in Quebec weren't good. So it was hard to be a lager boy. If everything you drank was bad.
Yeah. I would say
Right
that
now,
everywhere. Ontario wasn't really good then either, I would say.
yeah. But right now you can go at Melon, at Illegal. There's a lot of places. It's a sure shot. Like you can order any lager in the menu is going to be good.
Yeah. That's a really good point. Everyone's had to step it up, I think. And it's because of you guys. I think it's a brewer push thing. The brewer, kind of what you were saying before, John, like you want to drink it. The brewers wanted to drink it, and then they just made it really well, and it started to just catch on. That's my understanding. It was just driven by you finish working, lifting heavy ass bags for 12 hours, and you're like, you don't want an 8% double IPA. You just want a 4.5% Pilsner.
And also, like, I think the marketing around it too, like a Melon were the first one, I think, in Quebec to have a really nice marketing on the lagers. I think they did a good job of it, but like it feels fun to drink it too when you look at what they're doing. And that was big on the IPA side, but not much on the lager side. I think like guys like this, I think we do a good job of it too. Like
Your stuff's beautiful.
To make lager cool.
I like that. What did you say before, John? Sorry, because it cut out.
Oh, sorry. I was saying that they were good to make lager sexy.
Making lager sexy. I love that. I feel like when I'm just looking at your website then and your Instagram, like you guys have a really beautiful aesthetic as well. And you guys, I'm looking at this, I'm like, I know I've got a lager right there, and I'm like, I want that lager in a picture. Like, you guys do a really great job of also making lager sexy.
Well, we bought a pretty good camera, a pretty good camera. And Fred self-taught himself to take pictures, and he tried and he tried and he tried. And now I think it's pretty freaking good. Oh, I can say fuck. It's pretty.
You can say fuck.
Yeah. So like he takes pictures all the time, and it's really good about it. He has a good eye, and the picture that we had at the beginning, we erased all of them. I would take them with my phone, and it was really shitty. So at a moment we didn't have the choice, and we changed it, and he took it in his hand, and now I think the pictures are very, very good.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Well, you're doing a great job, dude. Like, not even just that, even just like the some of the reels as well. Just like the quality of everything. It just like.
And at first, it was a price thing. You know, we were like, are we going to pay that much money for someone to take our pictures? So we did it ourselves. And finally, Fred, I'm going to stop like throwing you flowers, but got really good at it.
It's I think it's definitely a skill set that's great to have in-house as well.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, and it keeps that consistency, like looking through the feed, I'm like, oh, this is the same person, curating the photos, taking the photos, everything. It's, I don't know. My girlfriend and I own a social media agency, so it's something that we're like particularly into, I guess, with like well presented. Because beer, man, just kind of what you were saying before, John. Like a lot of breweries just didn't try and didn't. I feel like COVID's really what drilled it down into like, oh, I have to be good at this now. Like, if I'm not presenting myself really well digitally, then like we're fucked. What else can you do? So it's I like seeing that. But your branding, even just like, you know, the logos are so. It goes perfect with your how'd you describe like this look? It's like it's not busy, it's very clean, like the beer.
It's like a new take on vintage. It like
like kitsch.
Yeah, like a kitsch, but it's a fine line between ugly and nice. But it's life is like this. But
that's true.
We have a vintage, new age vintage kind of look.
Ooh,
and the logo, we wanted something slick. We wanted something that you could put on a t-shirt and it doesn't scream like beer. And we wanted something that like felt accessible for everyone. Like I think Fred's daughter wears a Herman t-shirt that's cool, and nobody's like, oh my god, she's wearing a beer t-shirt. It's like Herman, like slick.
Yeah, because beer, in Quebec, it used to be like a big man, like I'm strong and I'm dark, and we want to get away from that. Like you wanted something clean, like our logo at the beginning, and like this glass, it feels like it could be a wine bar and nobody would know the difference. Like wanted something clean, the crowd at our tap room, it's mostly families and people all of ages, and everyone feels good. Everyone feels home, safe. So that's the main thing.
I love that. Let's get into all this and let's take a step back. Let's get into both of your beer histories of how you both discovered craft beer and your individual like careers leading up to the opening of the brewery, and we can get into in depth about the brewery. So whoever wants to go first.
Hi, John, you can go.
I look at you both, gentlemen.
Yeah. No, Fred, go first.
Okay, but mine is longer. So okay. So 15 years ago. No, but I used to brew at home with a friend because we liked like a lot of brewers now, but we were a big fan of craft beer, but we were poor, so we wanted to drink some. And I got this weird thing in my head that once I like something, I want to learn how to do it and do it perfectly. So I went a bit crazy with the homebrewing things, and I hated the job I had at the time. And at that moment, Glutenberg back in the days, they had enough job on the canning line, so I just went there saying, "Fuck it, let's do it. I'm gonna climb the ladder." And 3 months later, I was brewing, and since 6 months after this, I was the head brewer there, and I was head brewer there for 7 years in the end.
What year did you start?
17. No, I was there total 7 years, so like 2017, I think.
Okay.
Like January or February 2017. Yeah.
You would have been there when we did the pod with them.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Was that like a good like introduction, because you would have learned how to use all these different grains?
Yeah, because it was kind of a big brewery. Like at that moment, it was like
Oshlag, right?
Well, Boreal was the biggest one, but after Boreal, it was pretty much us. So quickly in that time, I had 5 brewers to handle and a lot of tanks and a lot of things, and a recipe with grains that nobody wants to use. It was a crazy school because it was like, okay, everything you know, you're not able to use them. So make something as good, but without the nice ingredients. So it was a really nice school. So that's why once we opened Herman, like right now I can buy every grain I want, every hop I want. So it's kind of easy to do great beer when you don't have those restrictions. So yeah, we did this. I did this for 7 years, and then COVID hit. I had my daughter, so I had a paternity leave, and it was peak COVID in 2020. So a lot of free time. So I took my homebrewing stuff out, started to brew again. And John was at a point in his life where he needed a project too. I needed something new. And we have another partner, which the 3 of us were best friends since high school. And
that's cool.
I started to brew a lot. We did some Zooms, and like John was working on the road, so he was picking some beers that I was like, okay, go buy this, go buy this. It brought them to my house, to other one's house, and we did some like a live tasting and everything to see what we love, what we don't love.
It was during COVID, so I would take all the beer, put them like on his in front of his door outside, and he would go outside with his little towels, clean the cans. He would sit outside. I would sit like in the driveway when we drink in the driveway. He had his daughter like in a blanket, though it was cold outside, and we would just like try beers every week like this.
And I was just like filling growlers of homebrew, leaving them by the door. John would stop by, take some growlers, bring them home. And we started working in a brewery, and
what a time.
Yeah, now we have a brewery.
That's amazing. And that was sort of where you had already decided when you started homebrewing again. That was when the 3 of you had already been like, "Yo, let's do this ourselves."
Yeah, brewing at home at the end, it was only lagers and Farmhouse, nothing else.
Okay. Okay, that's amazing. So John, let's do your story, and then we can get into the actual formation of the brewery. Probably by the time you finish that, we'll get back to beer.
But so I used to work. I worked in the wine industry for my entire life. I studied in wine, and I traveled abroad a lot for work and for school. So it was cool because I knew that Fred was a huge craft beer enthusiast. I wasn't that much into craft beer at this time, but when I lived abroad, it was very, very cool bars like in Beijing. It was like Great Leap Brewery and Jinghe Brewery and everything. So I would go to those kinds of places like in different dates and everything. And I know that when I would come back to like Christmas, he would be happy to have beers from all around the world. So I brought him like beers. I think the first time it was like a
Farmhouse.
like saison with Sichuan pepper or something like that. And so I would go to those kinds of places. And when I came back, so I worked in a wine industry, like I said, for a long time, and in sales and everything. So everything that like I start learning, like and everything that I know, it's probably through Fred, because like we were friends since ever. So yeah, and at a point, like he said, I've been working for like several years in the wine industry. It was very, very cool, but I needed another project, and I really started to be like in craft beer in like the last years before. So when it was time to like start a new project, like I said, like him, it was really cool because we were I think we're a really good team because Fred like brews and everything. LP, our other partner, he works in finance, and he's like a genius in numbers and everything. And I'm really good. I'm really bad at brewing and numbers, but I'm really good at sales, and like I'm a people person, so I like to work behind the bar. And I think that the team was like really, really, really great. We had something really good in hand. And was I talking too fast?
Not at all. This is awesome. I love this. That's really cool, man. That you guys had the three with the different skills, because it's like, I always feel like the most important thing is that the people who are like integral to the business need to be like owners of the business, and in particular like the brewers. Because then like, what if there's a brewer who works for you, and then as the one who came up with everything, and then now you got it, and then they leave, which is inevitable almost. So it's like, I just feel like the person who is responsible for the product is like, if I was to ever do it, which I won't, but if my girlfriend and I were like, if we ever do it, we have to have a brewer as a partner. They'd have to be the partner. Like, I like that you also got the finance person as the partner as well, because that's the person you can trust. Otherwise, you've got this hired person that's trusted with the numbers. That is, I don't know. It's just better. I think it's superior. And if you're handling sales and you like being in front of the bar, what a sick combo, boys. That's wicked.
Yeah, we were lucky because if John is not there, people are not coming in, because I'm nice, but I'm not as nice. and if our other friend is not there, the bank account would not be nice. So everyone is really important.
I love it. That's so sick, man. So then that was around, you decided in 2020, it sounds like winter of 2020, you're like, all right, let's do this shit.
Yeah,
and obviously
business plan and everything.
Business plan. Okay. And were you guys living in Prévost?
Well, we grew up like north of Montreal.
Okay.
Was not as north as Prévost, but we some of us were living in Montreal or close to it, and we wanted to go back in the Laurentians, back to more nature and everything. And there's not a lot of breweries where we are. Also,
there's Ayawan, that's about 20-25 minutes up north.
Okay.
Jules-Ciel and Saint-Jérôme are like
20 minutes south.
South. I see.
Yeah.
Sir John is like 30 minutes.
More than that, like 45 minutes.
Oh, the shoot, I see it there.
But,
depending on the weather, yeah. Okay, and you're like halfway. I used to go to Tremblant a lot, so you're like halfway to Tremblant. I've been to Val-David, I've been to Saint Adele and stuff, so I see where.
Yeah, it's a good pit stop when you go to Tremblant.
Yeah, just go in there, get some.
We live in Saint Adele, both of us, and we're like 15 minutes away from the brewery.
Okay, so that's 15 minutes. Okay, beautiful. I see exactly where you are. How far is it from Montreal? Probably like 45.
Herman is like 45.
Yeah.
Well, depending where in Montreal, but yeah, about 45 minutes from Montreal.
Good point, because Montreal is 45 minutes from Montreal.
Yeah.
Like Toronto's an hour from Toronto. Okay, beautiful. It actually is. If I go, my brother lives right next to Godspeed. So if I'm in Hamilton, so it's an hour west. So it takes me on a good day an hour to get to the west end of Toronto. So say if I'm there and I want to go see him, it's another almost an hour across the city within it. It's ridiculous. And I forgot how bad Montreal traffic was. And when we went back, I'm like, this fucking sucks, dude. Like, I didn't drive as much back then because we lived in Milan, so it was pretty cruisy. Okay, sick. This is awesome. All right, so we do next one, and then we'll get into the actual beginnings of the brewery.
Yeah.
Good.
What are we feeling?
So next one,
The Svetly, right?
I would do the last lager, and then
Yeah.
I love it. And this is a
Czech
Czech
lager.
12. Yes.
Yeah.
Hells yes. Yeah, this is exactly New Age Vintage. I feel like that might be the episode name. I love
Yeah,
that.
I love this can.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is the classy Coors Light right here
Yeah.
with that mounts on there. And this bad boy is 5%, also with Kazbek, which is a Czech hop, if you didn't know. Because I knew that. I don't know about you boys, but I fucking know. And this is called Severni. What does that mean? Does it mean anything?
Yeah, well, a lot of the beers we do, we just like Google translate some words in the language of the beer. So this one is something in Czech. Just because I want to tell you, I don't remember the word, but it's something related to the beer or to mountains. Because we're surrounded by mountains at the brewery also, like a lot of skis.
Oh, okay. It means northern.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, exactly. I just Googled it as well.
Yeah. In Czech, Slovenian, and Croatian.
Yeah, that's the thing about releasing a lot of different beers.
Yeah.
When
I
you're
don't-
just like Google translating every name, it's
It's a lot.
hard
Yeah, I
to keep track.
I didn't expect you to remember this shit, boys. It's a lot to remember all these different names. Okay, beautiful. Let's
So,
get this cup.
I'm gonna say this is probably my favorite beer that Fred has brewed in probably since the beginning.
Really? That's a big call.
One of my favorite. I
Okay.
don't know, my
Top
favorite.
three?
Top two.
Top two. Top two and not two? Oh, look at that head. Oh, shit. Did I go too hard? That line. That just
Yeah, like
stunning.
those were the last can of this beer we had left, and it's 2 months old. It's not
Okay.
like as good as fresh, but it's still good.
What do you know what? This is I love this conversation about optimal drinking time for different styles and for different breweries. For you guys, do you have a optimal time frame to consume, just say like lagers specifically, since that's what we're talking about?
Well, I feel like everything that's in cans,
Mm-hmm.
the fresher the better.
Okay.
But like IPAs, ideally like 2 months it's done.
Okay.
Keep like in the cold all the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fred's.
I feel like a lager, like in the cold, you can keep up to 6 months and it's still nice, but it's never the same. Like the first month is the
Probably the
freshest one, and then it's never the same, but it's still good.
That makes sense. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I know there's like, DO and different things like that you gotta keep in mind or whatever, but I know because like IPAs are a different conversation. Like, yeah, everything is just fresh.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I always feel like I could have lagers. I wouldn't even really look at date codes on lagers ever because it's like,
Like this beer, fresh off the canning line, it's my favorite beer.
money. Hell yeah. I'm excited to try it. Gentlemen, get that in you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice. Glorious.
So the bitterness is still a bit more than the other two ones.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not really picking up. My palate's adjusted. I'm like, everything's
Yeah. But if we started with this one would have tasted
would have hit.
bitter. Yeah.
You know what? As I'm like letting it sit, I'm getting that little bit of like grassy, herbal kind of like bitterness on the back of the tongue there on the side. This is exceptional. I love this. So this is the second beer now tonight with Kazbek. Do you guys just like it as an alternative? Like you said, super size. So
Well, it's the only two beers we have Kazbek in. It's just
we
like
just happen to have it.
yeah.
That's fair. This is exciting. Now this is going to be on Luca, I guess. All the lagers are on Luca at the bar. Yeah.
We have 8 taps. We try to have always 4 lagers on Lucas, 1 or 2 IPAs or pale ales, and a sour beer, and like a line for like if we have something darker or a changeable line.
Gotcha. Okay. I love it, man. This is exceptional. I'm noticing now through the third beer, there's like a really nice. You know, we're saying Godspeed leans bitter with their stuff because if you have their stuff up against, say, True History, it's definitely more bitter. This, I feel like you guys have got like a really nice malty sweetness now through these three lagers. That is what's standing out to me as far as the primary differentiator, I would say. Is that a fair take, or is that something that you thought about or that you guys do intentionally?
I feel like I'm the only one talking, but but I'm the one making those. So if we're speaking about the beer, it's easier. Yeah. But I feel like we have a good malty sweetness, as you say, because these beers are really dry. Like on numbers, if you want, like the gravity level, those are dry beers.
Okay.
But the way we work them, I feel like there's still like a mouthfeel and a taste. They're fully tasty for a small beer like this. I feel like.
Right.
I try to, at least.
And it's cool that our brewery has a signature. I think that if I go blind test, then I will always recognize Herman's beer. And if I go blind test, I could recognize Melon's beer. And if I go, it's very cool to have like some breweries that that's from that guy. Like same thing as a chef or whatever. He has his signature, and the beer is going to taste that way.
I like that. I agree wholeheartedly. So if you could, there's like that nice little. I feel like it's like that nice sweetness is that differentiator, and it's unique and it works for all the styles too, and it's not like nothing's too much. Obviously, as we said in the beginning, these are delicate beers and intentionally so, which goes so well with the branding. But it's like, yeah, it's cool because I almost feel like it's easier to maybe point that out in different styles. I feel like with lagers it's a little more difficult to. Tell me if this is is that a fair take to say it's harder with lagers to come up with a little bit of a signature spin on it, or even if it's not a spin, just like, all right, ours are just that touch a little bit sweeter, well, which is our little thing because there's less to work with. Is that a fair take for lagers?
Well, I don't know because the breweries that I can recognize like the easiest are lager breweries.
Interesting. So maybe I'm wrong on that. Okay, maybe
but
it's harder.
But at the same time, like a Buck Canada IPA, for me, it's one of the best in the world, and like I know it's a Buck Canada IPA when I drink one. So I think it's just it feels like if it's a sense of a well-run brewery. I think like it means that there's a consistency, even if it's bad. If it's always the same bad, at least you're stable. Like. Well,
it's a good point.
Yeah, well, bad for me is good for somebody else. So
yeah, exactly. That's why I never really take my palate too seriously. I'm like, oh, I like what I like, but who the fuck am I? Everyone's got their own thing going on, right? I love it. This is super fire. This tastes. This is like money. A Svetly 12 degrees, like exactly what it should be. Balance, great bitterness. You are right. The bitterness is definitely coming through now. Yeah. But super, just smooth, extraordinarily crushable, 5% as well. This is really nice to have the three of these side by side. They're three very different beers, back to back, not side by side. This is really cool, guys.
People tend to think that blonde lager are all the same.
Yeah.
But we pretty much all the time have 4 blonde lager on tap, and they're all pretty different.
And it's exciting as well because sometimes like you go to like IPA breweries and they have a release and it's like 6 different IPAs and people get really excited about this. But I think that what's cool about like the kind of breweries that we have is like, hey, it's 6 different lagers and you're like, you got a Czech pils and you got a French pils and after you got an Italian pils and all of them are very different. And like Fred was saying, they're like 6 blonde lager beer that most people will be like, yeah, it's blonde beer, but they're all so freaking different.
It's cool because I feel like it shows the fact that they are so different. You could someone could get a little like a whatever flight or tasters of all of them and be like, oh shit, like it's a great way to show folks how the breadth of what lagers can be. Yeah. Because I feel like they rather start now. I don't know. I was about to say that before, but earlier, like we were saying earlier, that like mid 2000s or whatever, Quebec, Ontario, Canada in general weren't really doing great lagers, so you didn't really have that option. But as things got better now, there's probably a decent portion of the market that still doesn't understand what lagers can be, and to be able to show them 4 different blonde lagers back to back, side by side, whatever it is, to be like, hey, these are all different, or you can come through and have a bunch of beers and you're not going to have the same experience with any of them, is I don't know, it's awesome, and it shows the skill that you guys have with what you're doing,
because
and
we
your
tried
understanding of the styles too.
Yeah, we tried to do like the IPA version, like the Messer and Brewski and everyone that releasing new IPAs all the time. We try to do the lager version of it because we're lager boys, but
Of course.
and they're really long to do, so there's not as much different beers, but still, we're like 3 years in, 100 and something different beers, and it's 70% lagers.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Have you done, without, I know we're going to probably come back to it, but since you're talking about it, have you done any like, have you had, because you're doing 70% lagers out of all of those beers for 3 years, have you had to go into those kind of obscure, like rot beers or Zeugel beers and all those type of things?
Oh yeah, all of them.
All of them?
Yeah, we did a Dortmunder export.
We have
A what?
Yeah,
And
we made like
Untapped-
4 different French lager.
Yeah, Untapped told us that we did a really good Dortmunder export because we were probably the only one that did
Oh,
it.
Dortmunder export.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're not very, that's not a very common style at all.
no,
Godspeed has one, I think. True History kind of does it.
probably.
Do many people in Quebec do
How
it?
many French lagers, you said?
French?
Well, in Quebec, Dortmunder, nobody does.
No one
like I
does
think
that.
Avant-Garde does one, pretty much it.
Okay. And
But
the
yeah,
French ones?
French ones, we did like 4 or 5 different French pills,
Sick.
4 or 5 German pills, 2 or 3 different LS, 4 or 5 Czech lagers, some weird lagers with weird hops too. Like every color of lager we do. Yeah.
How do you guys find all the different styles of lagers? Because there's like, I feel like that you don't just know about it, you got to research this stuff. Like it's
I spent way too much time reading about lagers.
okay.
Yeah. He had
Well-
a lot of Tylenol when he was younger.
That's a nice little subtle one. I like that.
So yeah, we're really glad.
Well done.
But yeah, it's a lot of research.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's the only way to sort of figure that out. But that's really fun. I guess it's gonna be fun for you guys to be able to like, like I discovered this new lager. Let's give this a try.
Yeah, really.
Fuck.
Yeah, because sometimes we're always Fred and me. We're always working at most of the time we're always at the brewery at the same time, and we would pop up and he was like, "Hey, I found this thing. We're gonna do that." And I'm like, "Never heard of it." He's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm pretty excited." And he's gonna brew this like next week, and so it's always a lot of fun.
I'm excited about some weird things.
You kind of got to be these days, though. Like, it keeps you different, and the outcome. If you weren't excited about weird things, then you wouldn't really be Herman. No, that's kind of what you guys do.
Yeah, but like right now, I was searching for French hops, and they're kind of hard to get in Quebec right now.
Okay.
But in the next week, I'm bringing like 3 different beer with 3 different French hops.
Hell yeah.
So I'm always in the searching for some hard to get hops, but not hard to get because everyone wants them. Just nobody knows they exist.
Different problems.
Yeah,
Not trying to get Peachering. You're trying to get these fucking random French
I would
ones.
love featuring too, but
It's the goat. It is the
can't
best
have
one. I feel like who told me recently? It was a new brewery. Somebody told me that they would talk Cold Bear, just outside of Ottawa. They were a lager brewery. Actually, you guys would really get along with them. Under the radar kind of brewery. And one of the first beers I had from them, which I didn't know when I opened it, was a dry hop lager with Peachering. And I had them on the pod a couple weeks ago, and I was like, how the fuck are you a new brewery? You're getting Peachering. It's a whole thing. And I think they were just like, yeah, you just like kind of like order a couple things, and they're like, hey, you want some Peachering? Like, all right, cool. And you just get like 1 or 2 boxes. You don't get much, but if you contract some other stuff, then you're able to get
Yeah.
P3, and they made it sound so easy. You know, I was like, oh, okay.
I think right now it's less difficult than it was like a year ago.
True. Still not the easiest hop. Probably got to be
No.
the most difficult,
Yeah.
but just like a touch better than before.
The good thing is we're friends with pretty much all of the hop beer
beer,
in
yeah.
Quebec. So when I need
You'd be like,
something
yeah.
weird and hop, like for an IPA, they have it.
Throw me a box, boys. Come on, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's nice. Kind. So let's talk about the brewery then. So 2020, figuring it out. You decided on Prévost because you found the place there, or that was kind of, you know, not too far from Montreal.
Well, in the beginning, we were looking at Saint-Sauveur, which is like the most popular town. It's 10 minutes away from where we are.
Okay.
But the spot we have, like we used to go take our coffee there. There's a small coffee roaster. He's now become one of our best friends. It's the best coffee in the world. It's
What's
a
it called?
small third wave Kohi.
I've had his stuff. Okay.
He's one of our best friends, and it's 2 doors away from our place.
I'll order some then. Okay, cool.
So when we were going there, we became friends, and he was like, "Hey, they're building another building right next to us, and the corner place is empty right now, and the owner is looking for something nice." So we went and visited, and the rent was cheap. The place was brand new, so we hopped on this because at the beginning we were looking at more like a city place, like in Saint-Sauveur. It's really crowded, but we had a good feeling with this one, so we went there. But it was like last second move, like that wasn't the first move.
Okay, so where did you want to be?
In Saint-Sauveur.
Oh, sorry, in Saint-Sauveur, and then you end up here. Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes away, but
I mean that's not so bad.
Yeah, and a lot of cities are not really keen about opening breweries and everything with the permits, but Prévost were really cool about it.
That is pretty sick. Okay, and it's like a city. Like, could you compare Prévost to somewhere else that's similar? Just I haven't been there.
I feel like it's
like Sutton or something, where it's got like one main street with a couple breweries, cafe, restaurants.
I feel like there's a more. Well, it's less like Sutton. There's a lot of cottage still.
Okay.
In Prévost, I don't think there's cottage left. I think it's pretty much all houses.
Gotcha.
But we're still in the mountains and everything. But it's hard to compare. Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. Prévost? I was just looking at the Kohi. Yeah, just Prévost in general, because I was looking at Kohi and they have like a little map of it, and I was like, oh, it looks kind of like.
Yeah, because we're in the Laurentians, but the Laurentians is very big, and Prévost is like kind of the first city to be considered in like the northern Laurentians.
The nice Laurentians.
Like the nice Laurentians. So if you're like one city south where Dieu du Ciel is, it's Saint-Jérôme.
Yes.
And the city.
You don't want to be there, yeah.
Oh, I've been there. I see exactly why you don't want to be there.
So the city next to it is Prévost, and in Prévost you start to have mountains and like hikes and everything. So it's like the first city to be like in the cool Laurentians.
That makes so much sense. I totally get it, because I was looking at Saint Jerome when I first heard it. I remember I saw houses for like 180 grand type shit. It was like super cheap, but then you go there and you're like, oh,
yeah, someone died in the basement.
Basically, that was the vibe I got. Basement death type cribs. Yes. Okay. So that's where you guys were. So you found that place there. You wanted Saint-Sauveur, got Prévost, but it's kind of cool because you're right next to the coffee roaster, which is amazing. So once you got the spot, how long did it take you from getting that sorted to opening?
Done.
It took a few months, but Fred left his job at Glutenberg and he started working full time because Fred has a background in carpentry.
Yeah.
And so he was really good with that. So he combien de temps? 6 months that you worked there?
Well, I was there for 2 months full time with nothing to sell.
Yeah. And I still had my other job, but I guess my old bosses don't listen to this podcast, but I would like every morning and every night, and sometime in the middle of the day, I would go and help Fred with like the opening of the brewery. And it took what 3, 4, 5 months.
Like 3.5 months, but like the 2 first months, it was the weirdest thing ever because I left a real job. I had a baby at home. It was kind of stupid, and I was just going to the brewery to build something, but just spending money, but not even close to getting some money back.
Right.
For 2 months alone, and then we started to brew and everything, and it was.
And when you look at the building, it was not even finished built. So like there was no
nothing there.
walls, there was no bathroom. You would have to go to the bathroom to the coffee shop.
Wow.
I
peed a lot at the coffee shop. Yeah.
And I don't know if we're supposed to say this, but we did everything by hand, and it was crazy. We did pretty good. It looks cool.
It doesn't look like we did it by hand.
No.
Well, obviously, you know what you're doing. So
Yeah,
that's
happily you studied in carpentry.
So that's a good skill to have, particularly when it comes to this. That's sick. That 3.5 months is extraordinarily fast. Normally, people would be like, "Yeah, it took 18 months to get it all together."
But when you have a baby at home and you need to feed the family, you work your ass off, and you're like, "Okay, we need to have beer on the shelf now."
Yesterday type shit. Okay, so then 3.5 months, and you opened when? So it was November 20.
December, the 10th of December, 2022.
2022. Okay.
Yeah.
So you only got the spot like
in
September.
Yeah, end of September. Yeah.
End of September. Fuck. Okay, that's crazy. And then
But the building was brand new, so there was not like destruction to do before construction. That helped us a lot too. Like and like the guys who were doing like the electricity for the old building, they left like the skyjack and everything to. So when they left, we took the stuff to paint the walls because the ceilings are like 25 feet high, and we need to paint all the way there. So we took the thing to lift us and put it back in place.
One day, Fred told me you need to go paint up, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking doing that. That's too high." And he told me if you're not doing it, nobody's gonna do it. So I had to like go up. It was so high, but
just not look down.
Yeah, I look cool. I tell people.
Yeah, see that?
I did it.
It was a weird phase in our life, but it's exciting now. At that moment,
it was weird.
Yeah. Didn't sleep a lot.
Yeah,
but you got it done.
Now,
Can I go to the washroom, please, sir?
Do you want to take a break? We can take a break.
2 minutes break.
Okay, let's take a pause. We'll be right back. And we are back. Where were we, boys? We were talking about the brewery. Okay, painting the ceiling, get everything going. So when you opened, so the brewery was intended to be farmhouse and lagers from the beginning. Mostly. Okay, now when you opened December 10th, 2022, as we were sort of discussing earlier, you had been doing collabs already to get the brand out there.
Yeah.
Yes. Just talk to me about that. Tell us how those happened and why you did it that way.
Well, we were really lucky also because the boys from Mellon, the lovely boys from Mellon, we were friends with them before the beer, for a while, and it just happened.
Summer camp with Alex
as a kid. Yeah.
Oh no way! That's crazy.
And the good thing is, their brewery is good and it's really nice. They're the coolest. So before we opened, I was speaking with Alex about the brewery and everything, and he was like, "Look, you're going to be a lager brewery, and every year they do a lager event." And he was like, "Let's do a collab with you that we're going to release at the lager event." But we didn't even have a name when we talked about the project. He just put his trust that we were going to be cool. But that helped us so much because 1 month before we opened, they had this event. And it was like, we have a collab with Herman. They're going to open in the Laurentians. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. And they really promoted our brewery. And at that release, we met for the first time the boys from Messorum and couple of breweries like this, and I think we're friendly, so we made friends with everyone quick. But that, like, we weren't even open, and there was already like a buzzing noise about us. Like, people were talking about like, oh, it's coming, a new lager brewery is coming, and we didn't even have like some tanks in the brewery.
Right.
So that helped us. Like, we owe our life to Melon. Like, those boys put us on the map, I think.
Shout outs to them. That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
really awesome.
really cool that they did that. And at the time, this would have been what, mid 2022, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would have. I think they opened in 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
They're 2 years. Like, they just celebrated the 5th anniversary, I think. So
2020.
they were like a year and a half in when we did this.
Okay, so they weren't. Either way, they weren't. They were still quite new to be.
Yeah, but their name was already big in Quebec.
Yeah, they definitely had some.
For them, it was kind of a gamble to do this.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Like, in the first year and a half, to do a collab with someone. If we ended up being some loser doing like a shitty beer, that was not good for them. Like,
No.
But you know, when you meet the people and you heard about the project, I mean, you know how it's going to turn out.
I agree with that, and I think because you just said, John, that you known Alex since you were kids, and then Fred, you had been obviously running Glutenberg, which it was one of the. It's probably, if I'm not mistaken, must be the most awarded gluten-free brewery on the planet.
yeah.
Every single, I always remember seeing like World Beer Awards, like gold, silver, bronze, like all to Glutenberg for every beer, because no one was touching. Like, it was incredible stuff. So I feel like those two situations, like long-term, knowing each other since kids, and then like, oh, well, this dude was brewing this shit, so obviously he can do the other stuff. If he can, it's almost like, yeah, you were brewing on hard mode, trying to make fire beer with difficult ass shit, and now you're like, oh, we'll give him malt, and now he's gonna fucking slate. So it was like a smart gamble on their part, it seems like.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but still,
and it worked out.
For all my life, I'm gonna be how do you say it? Grateful.
Yeah,
they did this for us.
I love it. So you said that when you did the collab with them, you didn't have a name. How did the name come about, and who is Herman?
John, you want to say it?
Yeah, I say it every day.
Yeah.
So we wanted like something related to like the Laurentians and the North, and we, like I said earlier, we wanted something slick. And one of I think it's Virginie. Is that her that came with that name?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, anyway, so one of us came up with Herman because in the Laurentians, in mostly Piedmont and Prévost, there's the Jackrabbit, which is a Canadian-born Norwegian that moved to Canada, and he's the one who like brought and made popular cross-country skiing in Northern America.
Okay.
And a few years ago, as you can imagine. And he was like a really important guy in the Laurentians, and he like pathed like 60 or 70 cross-country skiing, whatever. And he lived right around here. He skied up to like, he was skiing until he was 107 years old, and he died when he was 111. And there's a lot of like all the mountains. There's like a track named the Jackrabbit, and his name is Herman Smith Johansson. But it's only a wink to him because he still has family that is alive. So it's not exactly related to him. It's just a small wink to him.
Just a little nut.
We didn't want like a play on word with beer or anything like this because it's overdue from Quebec.
And when we thought about it, the first thing we thought was like his signature, and we thought it would look really cool on like on a cap.
Is this
everything? Yeah.
Is it actually that's his signature?
No.
Oh, okay. But it looks like it. It looks like a hand drawn.
Well, if you ask it at the tap room, I'm probably gonna lie and tell you yes. But
you should. You should tell people that all the time. Give them that best friend experience.
But that's his signature.
one of the home he owned in the Laurentian is now this museum of ski in the Laurentian. So he's a big name in the ski world.
Yeah.
And we're in a ski region, so it was.
Oh yeah, and we have we have a ski path, it's called the Petit Train du Nord, which is like a bike path and like a ski path during winter, and a lot of people go there cross country skiing as well, and it's right in the parking lot.
Oh, that's crazy. What's okay? Because my brother's a big mountain biker, and I keep telling he lives in Toronto. I keep saying go to fucking Quebec, dude. Like,
well, where we are, there's a lot of mountain bike.
Yeah, a shit ton.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him. He'll be stoked because his I've been trying to get him to go more places to go. I know he wants to, just lazy. That's sick. Okay, so you're really getting those so year round. There's like two different types of sporty people that the trail ends in a brewery car park. It's kind of perfect now. That's amazing.
In the winter time, pretty much everyone in the tap room is in snow boots and snow pants and everything.
Yeah, right. And during summer, everyone has like a tidy lycra suit with his his bike
little biking things,
and
the stupid hats. Yeah.
No, we're not stupid.
No stupid hats. Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't talk about our customers like that.
Okay, I apologize. They can all stay at my house. Okay,
but they're during the summer, a lot of people go biking, and during winter, a lot of people ski.
Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so then opened up with the lager. So you did the collab. I guess there was the Milan collab, and there was the Cinquième. Who was the collab with? I would have had at Oktoberfest. Was it?
Cinquième. It was the collab with Milan.
Oh, I see. What was that called?
Faire la pils avec l'amour. It's a name in French.
Yeah, it's a big ass French word.
Okay, Faire la pils avec l'amour.
There you go. I see it right here. Faire la pils avec l'amour. Beautiful.
Like
23rd of September 2022. I had that shit. That's the fucking one. Yes. Okay. And this was so this here is under your name. So it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, we put it on tap under our name to be able to create a brewery on tap, but it's brewed at Melon.
Gotcha. And it was actually like a Melon brew.
Yeah.
That did it. Okay. Understood.
Yeah, because we didn't have tanks here.
Of course not. Yeah. Kind of a good reason to do it that way. Okay, sick. So then when you opened, what did you open with? How many beers?
We had 3 beers because it was the moment there's no money left in the bank, so it's just that's the beer we're going to release. It's going to make money, and then we're good to go. We had a German Pils, Pale Ale, and we made a sour because we were we want everyone to be happy, so we made a cherry sour.
But what's the first beer that you brewed at Herman?
The first beer I brewed was a Saison, but it was a Saison that we put on wine pomace, crushed grapes.
Yeah. The grape.
So the first beer we ever made, I put it on grapes.
Okay.
So we released it a couple months later, but
in a bottle type of thing.
Yeah.
Yep. And how was the reception when you opened? What was the vibes?
The first day was the craziest day ever. We opened at midi at
noon.
At noon, and we were I hope there's going to be people. I hope there's going to be people. And 5 minutes before, there was not a single car in the parking lot, and we were fuck, what have we done? But at the second we opened, people just came in nonstop for 12 hours or whatever, for 10 hours.
Because right before, few days before we opened, or the same day that we opened, the guys from Ayawan came in, and he was remember that this is gonna be the best day of your life, and they were the best day of your brewery. It's gonna be crazy, and it's a very, very nice souvenir. We remember it all the time, and it was a crazy fucking day. A lot of, because my mom came in and she was who are those people? Are your friends? And I'm I don't know any of those people. They're just customers. And she couldn't understand that people that weren't my friends or my family would go to a brewery in a city that in the middle of nowhere. So that was so exciting.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a crazy day. And also, none of us ever worked in a bar before.
And
so it was just like, it was us with our girlfriends, just like, let's do this one. And once we have money, we're going to hire somebody.
And we didn't have a lot of beer. So we just received the few Lukers and everything. And I just wanted to like work with them because I never used one before. But we didn't want to like spoil any beer. So like I poured like 4 beers the day before we opened, and we didn't want to like the first beer that we served, that was like, oh fuck, we're losing money right now. So we had to wait until the first day, and we learned everything like the same day.
Right. So just on the fly.
Yeah.
Just get it done.
It was a cool day.
It was a crazy day, yeah.
It was a crazy day.
That's very cool.
We thought that was the money that was going to come in every day. Not the case.
That is not realistic, huh?
We were like, oh shit, we're going to be rich with this brewery. That was not the plan.
That was not.
And it was not like
telling everyone I would buy a Bugatti, but
like, no, Bugatti's come a bit later. Okay.
Don't think it's going to come.
Don't think so? Look, you never know, man.
It's not the plan, but yeah.
Okay, amazing. You want to do the next one, then we'll keep going?
Yeah. Are we eating IPA?
IPA. Ready for it. Switching it up.
I never drink IPAs, so it's a special day.
Special day. I'm here for it.
I feel like I love the taste of them, but my mouth is just like unable to absorb that amount of hops anymore. I don't know how to explain it.
Do you just like overdo it?
Like I love the taste of it, but it's so heavy for my mouth these days. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, getting old, brother.
Yeah.
It's
I feel you.
It's look, yeah, New England IPAs are kind of hey. Oh wow, this is beautiful. They're pretty hectic. They're hectic beers, man.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon to hear what you're saying. I don't think you're out of the ordinary by saying that. I found that there's more and more people, particularly like you guys being lager boys. I feel like the lager dudes have a little bit more of like haze intolerance these days. Like it's so like my girlfriend's actually the same. Funnily enough, like if we go somewhere, she's really only drinking lagers. Like she has no interest in any of this stuff anymore because she just wants something light, crisp, beer that tastes like beer type shit.
Yeah,
and I get it. It's sort of like I still love this, so I'm very excited about this, but I also understand when people are kind of over it.
But even if we're a lager brewery, most of the people who don't know us that comes in, it's going out with IPAs.
Yeah, is this one of the biggest sellers?
Well, IPAs are going out fast. Really fast.
In the tap room, people come in and they're like, "Oh well, we don't know you," and we're like, "Oh, we're a nice little lager brewery." They're like, "Cool, where's your IPAs?"
Like in distribution, like restaurants and stores, they want the lagers, but like at the tap room, there's a lot of just beer people that don't really know Herman. They want IPA.
The IPAs are really good. I mean, I drink them all the time. They're very nice.
So just like it's like a take on like a really like New England IPA, like the new era beer, but really drier. Like it's still got the Herman touch, like a
this Motueka and Nectarum.
Yeah.
So all kiwi. Body is phenomenal. Super creamy. Exactly as you said. Like, what about this? This is like just textbook money. I love like the sort of like the milky haze personally. Like the different types of New Englands.
Yeah.
I like it like this. Like where it's like you can't read a book through it at all. Like it's completely fucked. Like completely hazy and milky. The New Zealand hops are punchy. While still, because this is 6%, I think the money zone is between 6 and 7% for me personally. So this is in that zone, which I love. This is like exceptional. What about this would you say is the Herman vibe that?
I feel like because the only IP, like I'm a spoiled man. Like all of the beer I drink are really good because we're friends with the best. So
Fair.
like I'm used to drink like only the best IPAs, only the best everything. And I feel like compared to these guys, this is a bit less, I would say, like a crowd friendly. Like it's a bit more bitter than like a Canada, not Iowan, but like Iowan also, but Messerum and all of these guys, and it's drier.
Gotcha.
And people like the IPA crowd loves sweetness.
They do.
And this is not sweet, but it's if I'm gonna be drinking an IPA, I still want it to be thirst quenching. Like it's a small can. I want you to end your can and be like, I could crush another one, like no problem.
Gotcha. The short cans, though, I definitely agree with that. I would take every beer in a short can at all times.
Yeah.
I love them. I feel like actually that's probably a good quick side note while we just why did you guys go with shorties over tall cans?
Yeah, it was a personal choice. I mean, business wise, I mean, it's fun because there's not a lot of breweries right now that does short cans, but it was really like we knew that during summer, like a tall can, it gets warm at the end, and we knew that like on Tuesday, I would drink 3 small one, but I would open only like 1 tall one, and it was only for like fun, and it was
the look of it too.
Go to parks and everything, and to drink. Come on.
And also like the brand, like it's like soft and everything. I feel like a tall can, it's like bulky and it's like I'm a big beer. Small can, it feels like I don't know. If everyone can drink a small can.
I feel you. And the other thing that once again, from the outside, this is why I was super excited to talk to you guys, to get to know you both and to understand the brand. From my perception of the brand from the outside, it's small cans completely made sense because of Milan, True History, and Godspeed. And if I knew you guys were lager breweries, or that was what I thought, all of those breweries are all short cans. I found it interesting that, say, Tooth and Nail in Ottawa, they were shorties and they moved to tall cans because they were getting more SKUs in the LCBO, and the LCBO insists on tall cans now. They don't really like short cans. So it's been weird seeing, not in a bad way, just being like, oh, I'm so used to 10 years of getting the short cans, and then all of a sudden they're doing tall cans. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So it's like there was like a forced thing for people there. In Quebec, is there any sort of thing like that where you could be forced to do tall cans, or because the SAQ doesn't really stock much local stuff, it's really the independent stores?
But SAQ,
we don't want beer in SAQ because it's a weird thing.
Not at the moment.
But beer stores, it's pretty much all tall cans. That's what sells. And for a business point, it's a better idea to do tall cans because of the price point per milliliter and everything.
And at the beginning, a lot of stores were telling us, there's no space for small cans. You should do bigger cans because on the shelf there's no space. And honestly, in like 3 years, there's only one store that told us no because they talked about the small cans.
But knock on wood, like I think we have some kind of hype, so it helps us.
Right.
And but right now in Quebec, there's like a movement of a bigger brewery doing like a packs of small cans of lagers, like brews that weren't making small cans. Like Jude Ciel is making the Sentinelle, which is their Kolsch.
Yeah.
In small can now in 12 pack. Les Grands Bois, they were doing tall cans, and now I think they do small cans of lager too. There's a lot of breweries. Silo is doing small cans too now.
I noticed that. Yeah.
I think it's coming in.
Interesting. So in Quebec, then that's what's more interesting to me, because I feel like just looking at the differences between the provinces, because obviously our main focus is Ontario and Quebec here. I'm seeing the over here the swing has been to tall cans, but it sounds like now you're saying Quebec is kind of like maybe doing the opposite, which is dope. I like that. I feel like so they're doing the packs. When you guys sell them at the brewery, do you do single cans? Do you do 4-pack, 6-packs?
4 packs.
4 packs.
Is it forced 4-pack? You can't get singles?
Yeah, at the tap room it's only four
Okay.
packs, but in stores people can buy. Don't tell them, but they can buy Herman one time at a time.
Okay. I find this a fascinating conversation. Why did you guys go with 4-packs? If I was a business owner, I would do the forced 4-packs, even though as a consumer I want singles. But of your beer, a 4-pack's pretty sweet. It's shorties. It's old lagers. If I want lagers, I always tend to want more of the lagers because the haze is like I'm always worried about it dying. I'm always paranoid. It's something I think about way too much. It's like, all right, I'm always in my head thinking about my inventory, what I got, where things are getting at. Oh fuck, is that one at the back? Do I still have any of that left? Like, I'm always worried about it, which is such a waste of brain space. But I think about it way too much. But if it's lagers, I'm just like, cool.
Well, everything we do is small thirst quenching beer. So never say never, but we're never going to make a barley wine. I would understand a 4-pack is a lot.
Yeah.
But like a 4-pack of Czech lager,
it's not a big deal.
Give me an hour and it's done. Like it's not a.
I mean, it's an hour and 40 minutes and we're already basically done for. Yeah, and we're drinking slow.
Honestly, when you come to the brewery, if you're here, I'll give you a taster of everything for free. So I mean, it's not a gamble. There's a 4-pack. You tried it. I give you a sample. I mean, we're having a nice conversation. I talk to you about the beer. You're not leaving with something that you're like, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it tastes like. I mean, we took care that every customer, everyone that comes here, has a really great service and is happy with what they're leaving. We're not pushing it in their mouth. We're like, hey, this is a 4-pack. It's I don't know, Dortmunder Export, whatever. Try this, you're gonna love it, and they leave with it. I mean, they're happy they tried it before, and so it's not a gamble.
That's really smart because that's it's a smart way to make sure that they're happy, even if they don't have a pint there, but they want to get something to go. If you're cool to give them little samples, because most places, I don't really ask.
Yeah, most places don't,
but they don't, right?
And all the employees, they work the same way as we do. Even when Fred or me are not there, I know that all the people that we work with are have the same interest and have the same way of what we do, and they give the same service. So that's very cool.
We have an incredible team too.
The team is
a small one, but everyone is so nice. Everyone, we're really lucky because it's easy to do good beer. It's easy to be nice when you do it, but it's kind of a big deal to have employee keeping the standard, and they're keeping it and even raising it. I think
big time. How long until you guys had employees? Because I said your opening day was you guys and your girlfriends, and then how long until you hired some people?
The first employee was
6 months, I think.
Yeah, Phil, 6 month in.
Because for 6 months I was doing all the brewing and the service. The service is not my thing, so at the end it was like, I kill myself or we hire someone.
People would come in. Fred was pretty good, but he was really good with the
regulars on my team.
Regulars, he loved regulars, but people would come in. He would be like, "Can you just tell them hi, please?"
But the first talk with someone like, "Hey, welcome to Herman. That's what we do." There's nothing I hate more than this, but even to this day, I don't do service anymore.
Yeah,
I only do service when I don't think it's the good word in English, service, but I only do bartending when we have an event, we need some extra hands. But even when I'm brewing, I'm coming in the tap room to say hi to the regulars and everything, and then I'm good at this. But doing full-time bartending, I would cry in my car every night.
I've done it. It's hard, man.
Yeah, the first employee was 6 months in, and he stayed with us. He just left 2 or 3 months ago to go back to his old job. But he's the coolest guy, and he was the team. He was part of the team, and he was one of the guy. And now we have two girls that works with us that are very, very cool. They're friends of us before they've been hired, and the team is very cool.
I don't know how to say it. Gérante and
Manager.
Manager.
our taproom manager ish.
Yep.
Like that's the.
Yeah.
She's way too good to be working at our place, but we're really lucky to have her. But
Yeah. Don't let her know.
don't let her know. But she could have twice the amount of money and.
Yeah, she's a trained sommelier. She used to work in Michelin star restaurants in France.
And now she's serving Schnitt in Prévost brewery.
Yeah, she's really good at it.
Well, I mean, like it's a skill to be able to pour those Czech pints, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
But for us, it was nice to like. She left her old job, which was a big job, and like I want to be with you guys because it's the only place I work that I feel good. You know.
Yeah, she came back.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah. So that's
a good sign.
Oh yeah. That's
Particularly as sommelier.
Because making good beer is a thing, but making people feel good is the best thing.
Gonna make me cry.
Oh.
You can cry, bro. We're cry friendly here. We cry here regularly. Okay, I love it. So then, all right. So you got 6 months. So you got people. So as you started, so you opened with those 3 beers, and then a few months later, you had that wine, the wine grape must beer.
Yeah.
How did things sort of develop throughout 2023, 2024? As far as did you just go crazy on lagers? Were you doing collabs? Like, what's the kind of what did that look like? As you
I would say the first 2 years, we did a shit ton of collabs.
Okay, good, smart move.
Like, think of a nice brewery in Montreal and Quebec, and we did it. Like, there's a couple ones we didn't make, but now we're good friends with Miss or Mel and name it. Like, we're really like proud of it. Like, we work. One of the things we were working on from day one was the street cred. I don't know how to say it like nicely, but like
we wanted to be liked by our peers. I mean, the first thing that we wanted is the people
respected by our peers.
The beer industry liked our product, liked the idea behind it, and we knew that if those people like the brewery, like the
crowd is going to follow.
The crowd is going to follow. So we wanted to do something for us, something that people would like, but we didn't want to go like all over the place. So we really tried to do something, for the industry at first. And,
like 3 months in, we did a collab with like Hildegarde, with Sir John.
Yeah.
And like at the beginning, it was so crazy for us. Like Sir John now, we're really, really good friends with these guys. We talk to them every week. Like, they're amazing. Even Simon with that brews there, he works with us sometime at the tap room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes he comes in and he helps us at the tap room. He's like,
he's working next week.
Yeah.
No shit. Shasta, I fucking love Simon. He came to our event, our 10th anniversary event, because we did the collab. He was wearing this like dinosaur shirt that had little dinosaurs on it, and he was fucked up, and he was just wandering around. He met everyone, and all the Ontario people were so happy to meet like Quebec dudes. They just couldn't believe that they were there because Quebec has such a strong reputation in Ontario that like they were just so happy. And Simon just had great energy. Like he was fucked up, but not in a bad way.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's just great brewer, super personable kind of like thing. So that's really cool that you guys work with him on that. That's really nice.
Yeah, but we did a lot of collabs, and we were always Bird Dog fan.
Yeah.
It's like awesome. For a while, like the grape ales and everything. And we were six months in a tiny lager brewery in the Laurentians. And I just we were liking each other posts on Instagram, like Bird Dog and us. And one day I was just, fuck it, I'm writing to them. I just write to them for a collab and everything. And then Matt came in from Bird Dog, and we did a collab for our first anniversary with them. He took the train, he came to our place. We spent the night together. We spent the night together. It feels weird, but
pause. But you know,
Matt is really looking nice. But
your girlfriend can sleep on the couch.
That was the first collab that we went crazy. Like
I didn't spend the night with Matt, but I mean,
next time.
I hope so. But I mean, he does great beer. Well, he does wonderful beer. The picture he takes are awesome.
He does the branding. He does everything.
Branding is everything. He probably has like I don't know he can't be that perfect. I mean, he probably has something wrong. I mean, probably kill kittens on the weekend or something like that. But everything that we saw from him, I was like, wow, why are you so pretty, so funny, and your beer is awesome? There's probably a problem with that. But we were so, that's the collab that before we opened the brewery, we were like on our bucket list was like, one day we will work with Burdock, and we did it in the first year.
We did it in the first year, so afterward it was like, okay, what's now? What's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
But
we're
so we did a lot of collabs. Now we're slowing down on it a bit because it's kind of intense. So like the anniversaries come in, we had like 8 collabs, and I try to do like
we're slowing down a bit.
Yeah,
slowing down. 8's pretty small.
Yeah, try to do 8 there, and like same amount. In spring, like the opening of the patio and everything, we try to do a release there now. And the Oktoberfest, a small release too. Like the last Oktoberfest, we had a collab with Nano Cinco.
Nice.
Emporium, which is in Quebec too. Never worked with them before. And Mutoid, it's a small brewery in Montreal too.
Yeah.
Really nice people.
Yeah.
Wow.
But collabs are really nice.
Yeah, there's such a good way to put your name out there, and to get exposed to other brands. Like
it's a free marketing thing.
It is a free marketing thing, and it's a fun day. You get some social media content for both sides, and typically now it ends up being a collab each side. Like you guys say, come out here to do something, and then they come out there. Like Burdock came to you, you go to Burdock next time, but typically I'm seeing more and more like dropping 2 collabs at once, where each one goes to each side, and I like that a lot. It's like it's a smart way to do it, and like you said, it's free marketing. I really enjoyed. So the night before our anniversary, we were at Blood Brothers dropping off all the beers, and Ryan from All My Friends was there, so we hung out with him, had a beer, and as we were leaving, he's like, "I'll come to the car." He's the best, right? Ryan's a fucking man, and he gave me the collab that you guys did with him. It was so fire. And they're not known for their lagers at all. They're known for their haze. They've only done a few lagers over the year, and that was, except the Hellas was so fucking good. And I just feel like every time I had beers that you guys had done, like we said earlier, I don't think I'd had directly your beers, but I'd had multiple collabs that you'd done. Everything was always exceptional. So like I already had, and other people had told me, Christoph from Saint-Quentin Baron I think he doesn't work there now, but he was loving you guys. He's a big lager guy. He was gassing you up in the beginning, and I just feel like you guys have done a really fantastic job. I think with everything you just laid out, with like talking to the right people, getting your brand in front of different people with the melon to begin with beforehand, and then since you opened, doing all these collabs, and just really it's really smart, and it was obviously really strategic from your side, but also authentic. Like it wasn't like fake. You're fans of Burdock, you had that on your list, and you got it done in the first year. Like that's not like trying to take advantage of Burdock's name. That's you guys as fanboys of.
Yeah, because in Quebec, not a lot of people know about it. It was really for us. It was a gift to us from us.
Which is what it should be for an anniversary.
Because doing a collab with Messerin in Quebec, it's good because it's probably the biggest thing in Quebec.
Yeah.
And we do it at least once or twice a year with them. But Burdock, it was really for us because people were like, oh, nice, it's a new beer, but they don't really know about Burdock that much. Like beer geeks know, but even if you don't like beer, you know Messerin in Quebec. But if you don't like beer, you don't know what Burdock is.
Yep.
In Quebec. In Ontario, you do because
they've been around for 10 to 15 years at this point.
And they're amazing.
Yeah, the shit is fantastic. I got to get down there. I think you can drink now at the Kensington spot because it used to just be vacation.
Yeah,
they opened it. Going to Toronto is a pain in the dick, so I don't go that much. But it's fucking West. When you guys do the collab, say when you did All My Friends, you came down for it?
When we did the All My Friend one, we came once the beer was ready because of the timing and everything. But normally I like to be there on the brew day and everything.
I was going to say, yeah.
Like they came in for the brew day this time at our place.
Oh, sick. Is this for the anniversary coming up?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that then. Let's talk.
Because we're starting to do more Ontario. Like I feel like in Quebec, we've done most of the one that do collab, like
The two collabs, yeah.
yeah, like I really love Oval, but they don't really do collabs, and I don't want to be the guy that's like, hey, you want to do something? I feel like it needs to be a natural thing, a bit like.
It's got to be natural, otherwise, even from our side when we were doing it, it's got to be natural. It's got to be people we know, or it's weird, and same thing. I can see it being that, because otherwise it's gonna kind of like, you got to kind of know each other a little bit, or at least have some sort of mutual respect. Like you said with Burdock, you were like flirting by liking each other's posts and shit, you know, and then and going from there. Fucking crush that shit. So
it's
like
the flirtiest thing I've done in years.
The flirtiest,
liking each other's posts, and
I love it. Yeah, that's so. I do actually, being someone who isn't from Canada, who lived in Toronto first, then lived in Montreal for a long time, and then came back here. One of the things I always thought was strange in the beginning was that why is there no collaborations? Because I was doing music early on a lot, and there wasn't collaborations between the two provinces. People weren't really touring out there as much. And then when the beer stuff got more serious, I'm just like, why aren't they all collaborating? Because like everyone was kind of just heads down doing their thing. And I feel like that's changed so much. Like I really feel like there's this, and I don't know why, and it could have been because of COVID, where the most exciting thing, if you're in Montreal or you're in Quebec, the most exciting thing you could have done during COVID was get Ontario beer, because you couldn't get American beer. And vice versa. If you're in Ontario, the most exciting thing is Quebec beer. And it happened to be both of those scenes are the best two scenes in the country. That there's so many exceptional breweries on both sides that do everything, as we were saying earlier about Quebec. I think Ontario is very, it's hard to call, in my opinion. I don't know what I would say if I feel like they're so neck and neck, and everything is exceptional. And I love seeing when, and still not a ton of, it's happening more. And you guys are definitely out here, and I fucking love it. It's definitely happening more and more with the Quebec and Ontario breweries collaborating. I just think it's the biggest no-brainer, because it's like, if you guys go and do the collab with Burdock on this side, then all the Burdock people are like, oh, Herman, like, what's going on here? And they'll look you up, they'll see your Instagram for 3 seconds and be like, oh, I'm going there. What the fuck is this? And you'll immediately want to go. It's such like, and same with all my friends. All my friends have got such a reputation now for, even though they're probably about the similar age to you guys, actually. I think they just turned 3 in.
Yeah, they're 6 months older than us, I think.
So April. So yeah, April, May, something like that. They were similar to us. So they only turned 3 then. So they have an incredible reputation. So seeing them work, I just feel like you guys kept popping. This is probably why I reached out to you for the pod, because you kept popping up. I knew about you from before you opened, because of all the different people, whatever. But I even feel, I'm like, cool. I don't always like reach out to people earlier on, because I feel like it's fair to let the brewery kind of get their shit dialed in and get it to where they want to do it before they talk about everything on a podcast. But you guys were just always I feel like I saw you guys so often, which is such a really cool thing for you guys, for the brand. Like, you really, everything you've said that you did, I've definitely noticed a lot of those things. So imagine all of that compounded for different people. Maybe they'll see different things than I saw, but then eventually all roads lead to Prévost, I guess. They're going to end up wanting to come to the brewery.
And like, Ontario is not that far. Like, all my friend is closest to us than like Le Ketch. And we went to Le Ketch to brew. And Le Ketch is like 2 hours further than all my friends from us. Like,
the Ketch is fucking far, man.
It's like
Guillaume is the best. That place is really far.
Their IPAs are crazy good. It's
insane.
Fucking far.
It's Nate, my co-host Nate, he's off on parental leave right now. Otherwise, he would be. I've been doing really good pods since he's been away. He's going to be pissed, the poor guy. But his in-laws live in Rimouski, which is really close to Saint Levi. So he's been there a bunch. And because Le Ketch weren't always fire. It was only a few years ago when Guillaume came in that they went from like kind of like a brew pub to like this god tier haze brew. And he always said, I think it's 8 hours from Ottawa. An 8-hour drive, you get a Philly, like fucking DC, like New York, Boston, something like that. Like, and you end up going just in Quebec is crazy.
Yeah, because even the guy from All My Friends, they did back and forth last time they came.
To you guys or to Le Ketch?
To us.
You're here.
Two guys. Okay.
Yeah.
How
when
far
we-
They came like 3 weeks ago, and they came in the morning and they went back after.
Oh my! How far is that? Like 5 hours? 4
5
hours?
and a half. Yeah. I don't think Rob had a nice ride, but
Poor Rob. Shouts to Rob. That's but like that's dedication right there. That's pretty sick.
yeah, they did like more than 10 hours of car in that day to be with us, to eat, drink a couple of beers for like 5 or 6 hours.
That's he should have stayed the night and enjoyed it. Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, you should.
I was gonna say John would have a place to stay for sure.
I have a place to stay.
Yeah, I knew
You invited them over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking.
But brewery world, we have so much things to do in a week, so
yeah. So people are busy. They got to get back. I understand, but it's very cool that you guys are doing that. Like, what's the like? I guess you understand the marketing side of it, but is there any other sort of reason you value the collabs?
Yeah.
I like the part about like just meeting other people that we all love the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
So like just speaking with people that love the same thing as you do and exchanging knowledge too, like it's a big part of it.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, it was like this part. It's about elevating others. So like the best the beer industry is, like the more people are gonna be like drinking it. So like if every brewery gets like a step up, and so when like your mom or your grandma or whatever goes to a grocery store or a beer shop and she take a beer, if all the breweries gets better, like we're gonna sell more beer at the end of the day.
Yeah, because a bad beer on the shelf is bad for every brewery, not just for the brewery that sells the beer.
Yeah, if it's the first beer that he or she buys, and he drinks it, and he's like, "Well, craft beer is shit." He's never gonna drink another craft beer again. He's gonna
spend $7 on a can and it's bad.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too. Yeah, that's a really good way to look at it. It's like elevating the industry as a whole, so that every experience that people have, regardless of who the brewery is, needs to be positive for people to stick around, particularly in an industry where it's a weird time. There's lots of things against beer, whether it's the tariffs or fucking Gen Z not drinking and ready to drink RTDs and fucking seltzers and then THC stuff. There's so many different things against that are moving against breweries in general, that it's like any experience, it just can't be negative. Like any, yeah, that's a really good way to look at it. I like
if everyone's doing good beer, the crowd is going to be bigger, because it's not going to be a gamble to buy a craft beer. Now I feel like in the store, it's kind of a gamble to buy a craft beer.
Why do you think that is?
Because there's too many people selling beer for the people buying it, so there's a lot of old beer on the shelf.
Right.
And not everyone, people are going to hate me after this, but not everyone is doing good beer, even fresh.
That's a fact.
I'm not naming anyone, so I'm still the...
You're not naming anybody. I don't think anyone would disagree with you.
But like a bad beer on the shelf is not for everyone.
Names.
No.
Name
Maybe
names,
after
Fred.
a while.
Off air.
After the Periaca, dropping bombs.
Oh yeah,
it's
just name. You got the list. Let me read out the shit breweries. It's it is a good point though. It's not good. Like everything needs to be at a great standard, particularly if you go into it. And also that's a responsibility on the if you're not getting the beers from a brewery, you're going into a dépanneur, like a specialty beer store or a grocery or whatever. They have to handle the beer with care. They have to order with care and not order so that they're sitting there with old beer, particularly in the IPA world.
I just want to say that every beer store that we work with
are good.
Is incredible. We choose them. We choose the store. We love all of our stores that represents us. And amazing. I deliver like 80 to
99%.
Yeah. And all of them are incredibles, and they do a fucking good job.
Hell yeah. Do you do La Canette in Montreal?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Kevin's the homie.
A boy.
Shout out to Kevin. Fucking Kevin. What a fucking guy. But yeah, he's like, just because I know him, we've been on the pod a bunch and stuff, and he was not too far from me. Like he was always like, it's cool. There's people like him who are curating the lineups of all of this stuff and really going out of their way to make sure. And every time there's a new drop, he's posting all the different. Here's all the Herman beers we got. Here's all the Bad Bones beers we got. Here's Meso. Like it's really cool. That stores did. I know Vertu and Bière was actually also quite close to me, and they were great too. There's a bunch of great stores, at least in Montreal. I know many of them, and we were spoiled for choice out there, and it was great to see that sort of turnover. And I feel like most of those stores you didn't get old beer because they were really thoughtfully curated and they got the right amount for the clientele so that it would sell out, and then people would probably you got less than what people wanted, so then the next time it just keeps staying fresh and just keep turning it up. Cool, boys, more cases. It's a really hard job, and I feel like it's maybe more thankless than a brewery. People might celebrate the breweries more, but the stores don't really always get the props they deserve if they do it right, which is kind of what you're talking about. The ones that do it right, which is
it's a team job. Like
it is.
We need to put a good product in a nice container, and they need to sell it well and know what they're talking about. Because if you don't have all of it, it doesn't go well.
All those elements have to be present for it to work.
Because if you make the best beer in the world, but your label is ugly, it's not going to sell.
Particularly now, I think things look really good in Quebec, and you guys have got the digital printed cans too.
Yeah. Well, because of the rules in Quebec, pretty much everyone has those because the rules for the glue and the paper and everything. We started with labels because we thought the look of labels was nicer, but it was such a pain in the ass, the labels in Quebec. Right. Like with the paper and the glue that's legit here, it made like some veins on the labels, and it was really ugly.
To get like the best quality of paper, we had to like wrap the can one by one
in the cold room.
Oh, that's not fun.
The first month we were like,
because the nicest one that sticks to the can doesn't stick when the can is wet, but when you're canning, the can is wet. So we put the cans in the cold room, and I was like there with the winter coats labeling the cans in the cold room like an idiot.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so this just makes more sense. So this like hard print type thing?
Yeah.
It's it definitely looks clean. Like look, I know what you're saying. The other one is definitely fire, but these are sick. Yeah. The digital printed cans are very clean. They're more common in Quebec than they are here. I think here we don't have the same regulations with. I forgot about that actually with the stickers and the labels. So there's like the presentation. Do you remember when I moved to Quebec in 2012? Fucking dude, things were so ugly. And in Ontario too. No, not trying to say Quebec was just bad. Both provinces sucked. There was some breweries that looked like they used word art, like from Microsoft Word type shit. Like it was horrible what was happening. And over time, things just got better. And breweries got real designers in and real photographers for the social. And just it became like, hey, let's take this shit seriously. This is a high level product. This is not just some cheap nonsense. And it has to look like it has to look expensive because it is expensive because it's great. And great things are expensive.
10 to 12 years ago, I think there was not a lot of breweries. So everyone was selling their beer easily because there was not a lot of brewery.
So now you can do whatever.
So many breweries that if your branding is not good and the beer is not good, it's not going to be fun for you.
It's not going to be fun at all. That's a really good point, actually. If that's the reason, then that's fine too. The fact that it changed, though, I think is great because it makes, I don't know, doesn't you feel better drinking from this gorgeous can as opposed to some sort of really just thing that
Name one.
I don't want to. Okay, Grimoire was always kind of ugly, weren't they?
Yeah, that was great. Well,
that was pretty bad. And the one
the taste was worse than the look.
Are they still around or are they closed?
I don't know.
Okay,
if they're listening,
I don't think they are listening.
Keep on going, boys.
You can do it, God damn it. Well, just do that. I don't know. But there was
You
one.
haven't opened the bottle yet. You're not supposed
Yes.
to say names.
I said the name, so that was my fault.
Yeah, you said the name.
That was me. This
Just
is not.
put ice cream on it, like
Yeah, just a little bit. Like whatever. No hate, no shade. I didn't really drink their beers much, so I don't really know about it. But that was the one that came to mind in Ontario. To be equal, there was a brewery that's now defunct, thankfully, called Grand River. They were the ones that looked like it was that word art where it was like the ones where it's like a bold letters with the outline, and it was just it was in the LCBO. I couldn't believe labels look like that. It was so fucking bad. And they lasted a while. Farm League, there's a new brewery there that have great looking labels that's taken that space, but they were so bad. But yeah, it was a different time, and people didn't really. I bought all those shit looking labels too, so you know it was just a different time. But now everything looks sexy, and it's a different feeling in beer. It's kind of this elevated thing which matches the quality of what's inside the packaging, and what's also, I would argue, it matches the quality for the most part of the tap room experience and like maybe the food program, if breweries have that. And it's nice to feel like you're drinking something really good, you know, elevated lager that's really difficult to make, that's been painstakingly made, like should feel good drinking out of a sexy can, because you guys would imagine putting your beautiful beer in some ugly ass can. I'm sure you wouldn't feel as proud of it.
And we know the price is higher than like cheap beer. So if you're gonna pay more, people want to drink something good in a nice packaging. Like you don't want to pay double the amount to drink some shitty beer in a dirty can. Like
it's a fact. It really is.
Like people don't have money, so you need to pee again.
When you're done,
let's finish that. We'll go pee and then we'll rate the bottle.
I don't remember what I was saying. It's not that bad.
You were saying about the this.
Sorry
like,
about that.
That's okay. Well, trust me. I've been thinking about it for the last like 15 minutes. The drinking something good out of a nice packaging.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like it's just respect, and it's the same as in every business. Like we focus on beer, but like it's the same with food, with clothes, with everything. Like you need to sell something of high quality with a nice branding if you want people to buy it again, and if you want, like, I don't know, yeah.
I think it's true, 100%. It all ties in. It's all a really similar thing, and people want good experiences. If it's a weird time economically, and if you're gonna spend your money, you want that money to go further or to give you an experience.
Yeah, because people don't have a lot of money now. Like it's hard for everyone.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna spend some money, you want something nice.
Couldn't agree more.
Good.
I think
and they deserve something nice. Yeah.
They definitely do. All right, we'll pause. We'll be right back, guys. And we are back.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, John. And what we're gonna do? We've been talking about the bottled stuff for a while, and now we finished the lagers and the IPA, and we're gonna get into a glorious barrel-aged saison blend with fruit in this stunning bottle. Look at this thing. The clear bottle was such the way to go, boys, on this. Like when this arrived, my mother-in-law was here, and she was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Let's see." It was just, it stands out so much, and you got that beautiful textured label. Yeah, that like, yeah, whatever it is, whatever the texture is beautiful. This is so nice. I'm so excited for this.
The price of these labels are insane, but they're nice.
Yeah.
I can only imagine if it's anything more than flat, you know, plain stuff. But it makes for look at this product. You already want this.
There's a lot of things we do that the price is stupid, but it's nice.
If your daughter don't go to private school, it's because of those labels.
Yeah.
Private school's overrated, bro. But the labels are not
good. Labels are the thing.
Good labels. Oof. So this is a blend of barrel-aged saisons with peach and apricot.
Yeah, so 16 months barrel-aged saison with a blend of saison yeast and Brett that we always use. Wine barrels. And then we have like a blending tank.
Oof.
So I took 2 barrels of saison, put them in the blending tank, added the fruits, couple of weeks, and then bottle this bad boy with a bit of priming sugar, so it re-ferments in bottle, and a couple of weeks later, we have this.
She's good to go. For the fruit, do you use real fruit or do you use puree?
It really depends. Most of the bottle is real fruits. In this case, it was puree because apricot and peaches in Quebec in real fruits.
Hard to
At that time of the year, it's kind of hard to get.
fair.
But normally, we try to use local fruits for everything farmhouse and bottle.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But the puree is, like I said, does the trick as well.
And the quality of puree is really good. It's nicer to
Puree is
use like,
awesome.
the local thing and everything, but the puree fruits, the quality is there.
Yeah, you can't even complain. Gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers. Again, it's very well balanced. You know, like the
Wow.
acidity, it's not too high, and you can drink an entire bottle while watching an NBA match. Without any-
Easily.
Like before the pod, I listened to 3/4 of Raptors and they were winning.
Oh, who'd we play?
Cavaliers.
Okay, good.
They won. We won.
We won? Are Cleveland good these days?
Yeah, really good.
Really? Who's playing for Cleveland?
Like Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, even Mobley are like the 3 biggest
Are
stars.
the main ones?
Yeah.
I don't know any of them. I'm so out of the game. Okay.
Um,
Well, shouts to Raptors. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm a bad Quebec boy because I listen to mostly basketball and not a ton of hockey.
No, that's okay. I feel like it's still Canadian.
Yeah.
It's fine. The most Quebec people, I guess, are really about the Habs. Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah, basketball in Quebec, I'm a lonely man.
really, yeah. Well, they sometimes do what do you call it? Like little exhibition games out there. I've seen.
Yeah, and I go all the time. But
Because why not?
most of the time it's like not a real season game, so
Yeah, exhibition.
there's
or
not
whatever, right?
like excitement of a real game.
I guess you got to come down here and
Yeah.
and check that out. We were here I lived in Montreal, but we came down for the championship parade in 2019. It was
Oh, that
fucking
must have been crazy.
bonkers. My brother lived there, so he was there for the night they won, and it was insane. People were like climbing street poles and bus stops, and
Yeah, because even us with our friends, we thought about just going to Jurassic Park. They called it at the time.
yeah.
Even when they were away, it was a crazy thing. Like,
Yeah, people are all there and stuff. It was.
But if we have a collab in Toronto, so Brews of Toronto, talk to us.
Check out
If
some
we're gonna
games.
come down, I really want to make it to a game.
Have you been?
No, never.
Oh, you need to go for sure. It's sick. There's get some collabs. Like if I can ever connect you with anybody, if it helps, I don't think I'd really do anything for you that you couldn't already do. But if I'd be more than happy to connect you with anybody, there's so many possibilities here to do collabs for you guys for what you're doing.
Herman
And
and
there's
Drake.
with Drake, you want Drake collab?
Yeah, collab.
These days, Drake, it's I don't know.
Drake's canceled. Drake. I don't know. I used to love him. I was into Drake in like 2008 in Australia. My friend put me onto him back in the day before he was big. He was so sick because he sounded like Kanye
He was
West.
playing Degrassi, or
This was after I didn't know. Like, fun story. I don't think I've told this on this pod. So Drake was on MySpace. My friend in Atlanta. So I've been rapping since 2001. My friend in Atlanta put me onto Drake in 2008. We had the Comeback Season mixtape, which was the first one. And this was MySpace era. So I added Drake on MySpace because everyone just adds, you add people, they add you back, whatever. And they had an email address and it was talk2drake@gmail.com. I can't find proof that this happened. I went through my old email and I can't find it. So this is hearsay, but it happened. I emailed, I was like, because MySpace opened up the world for me to collaborate with American rappers. Because beforehand you couldn't do it. Now you just reach out to them, you pay him a few $100 and you get a verse. It was incredible. So I reached out to Drake. Didn't know about the Degrassi, but I knew I was moving to Toronto and I knew some people in Toronto. So I was like, sick. And they quoted me $2,000 for a verse in 2008. And I was like, $2,000? Who the fuck do you think you are? No. didn't know that he was.
He's the biggest glow up, though. He was in a wheelchair playing basketball, and now he's a big rap star.
He goes kind of hard, so I should have got that Drake verse because that would have worked out pretty well for me if I had.
Because we're at the brewery since day one. It's only like a 90s hip hop playing in the tap room.
Yeah.
Are you guys hip hop heads?
Old hip hop.
So am I. Okay, this is a question that doesn't come up very often here, but I don't talk to hip hop heads in beer very much. So for both you guys, then, if you're into rap, who's your top 5 rappers?
It's kind of catch to say it, but I'm a huge Notorious B.I.G. guy.
Okay, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's boring to say, but
I mean, he's pretty awesome.
I love Nas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, things like this, like.
Do you have like a top 5? Because it's always like the thing in rap. You have like your top 5 rappers.
I don't know top 5.
No.
I'm 5 beers in too, so.
It's a big question to ask. I'm sorry. Well, Biggie
What's
and
first?
Nas, mine. My number 1, Kanye, Fonte from Little Brother, Royce the 5'9", Black Thought, and Scarface is my top 5. Ye's still the GOAT. I've got like the whole wall of Yeezys.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like I only wear Yeezys. I only wear Yeezy Gap and stuff like that. So he's the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But Fonte from Little Brother is like the other. Like
I was a huge Jay-Z guy.
Yeah,
but these
Jay
days
is
it's kind of weird. Everything's going on, but
I agree. Unfortunately,
but
Jay is
I'm
kind of
a
like
huge Jay-Z guy.
I feel like because top 5 is your own opinion on music, whereas like there's like the objective GOAT, like that's just the best. And I don't think you could make a case for anyone but Jay-Z to be like the GOAT, the actual like best. But then now I've never seen so much push because you could never say anything bad about Jay back in the day, and now it's all like fucking all sorts of crazy stuff that's going on with those guys. I love that you play 90s hip hop in there.
Yeah.
It's very. Do you guys hear the? I won't go on about this too much. The so the Mass Appeal stuff. So they started dropping new albums from Mobb Deep and Big L. Do you guys hear any of that stuff?
I like Mobb Deep, but because they wanted the brewery, we were like, okay. The playlist was like, I love my 90s hip hop. We just put this and we played it for 3 years. But these days we have some newer stuff like Action Bronson. We really love Action Bronson.
Yeah, a lot of Action Bronson.
A lot of Action Bronson these days.
Okay.
A lot of family Bronson. It's not very appropriate for the families, but I love Action Bronson.
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome. He's hilarious. You gotta let him go. You gotta put him up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's nice because there's not a single brewery in all of the Laurentians playing hip hop like this. Like
barely in Canada, I would say.
Yeah.
Every brewery we go to is mostly some sort of rock music.
Yeah,
or
we
something.
need more Bon Jovi, I think.
Just a little bit more. There's not enough. Do you have a top 5, John, at all?
I don't know. Same thing. I'm a few beers in, but I'm a huge fan of Action Bronson. I love Tupac, Biggie. I like 50 Cent. 50 Cent's my dude as well.
Hell yeah.
Well, we're exactly the age that 50 Cent was the man.
Eminem was great as well. But yeah, we have the playlist is very nice because it's like a big blend of everything. Like Snoop Dogg all the time. Anyway, I'm not gonna name rapper all the time. Can talk about it.
I love talking about it on here because we don't talk about it very much. So whenever there's people on who appreciate rap, it usually comes up. We're trying to talk about it, and if the listeners don't care, you can skip it. God damn it. I love to hear it because it's very few and far between. So I love to hear that. Let's talk about the Periaca. So the beer, it's so a blend of saison, barrel-aged saisons. How many? What kind of barrels was it again? Chardonnay, right?
It was we don't know the exact wine. It was white wine.
Okay.
Yeah, for 18 months in barrel, which is quite long for this kind of beer, these kind of beers, but life goes fast. So
and the result is pretty nice. So
and it was the first time that the first bottle we made with a fruit that was not a red. Also, like
okay.
Most of the clear bottles we do, it's mostly berries and red fruits. And the profile is really different on this one because of the type of fruits. But I'm happy with the result. They're never too sour. Like there's always a sour tartness, but it's not too sour. Like I feel like for a 750, if it's too sour, that makes it hard to drink.
Yeah, I can imagine that because it's gonna start to. You need the fucking what's it called, Pepto.
Yeah.
For all of that, it's very soft, very delicate, sharply carved. The stone fruit. There's almost that mascarpone. That's what it is. It's mascarpone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I never thought of it, but yeah.
Because I'm like getting that like vanilla-y almondy thing, which I was thinking
barrel,
came from.
mostly,
yeah.
But with the pit also of the fruit.
Pit. That's what I'm saying. The pit. But I know you used. You just said you used puree.
Yeah.
So there was no pits in this, but I feel like I'm getting that, which often comes from cherry pits, to be honest. From
but even like plums, we did kind of this beer with plums, local plums, and the pits gave the same result as cherries.
Interesting. So just like the actual like the pit or seed of any of the fruits and delivering that mascarpone thing, it works super well, man. There's a flavor, and maybe it's the mascarpone. There's something that's like lingering. What is that that's lingering afterwards?
But there's with 18 months, there's a woody character that like stays in the mouth. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like and tangy and not tart. Like it's not even like a little bit tart. So very smooth, very crushable, very dry. That finish is dry.
Yeah.
For a peach and apricot beer.
Yeah.
That makes you want to like salivate and makes you want to get that next sip, which is awesome. You could crush this to the face. I'm going to crush this to the face. I don't waste a drop of this shit. Yeah, this is fantastic, man. And just like the presentation, I love that you guys did the clear bottles. I understand like the red ones would really pop out as well, but I think it's sick to have the like the yellow fruit as well, yellow orange, what are you going to call it?
When we bottle a fruit beer, it's clear bottle. Okay. If there's no fruit, we use the green bottle for a saison. Okay.
Nice.
But if it's a fruit beer, the clear bottle, like people go crazy for a clear bottle.
Yeah, people love clear bottle.
Yeah. They're so sexy. It's so clean. It just this is fantastic. And once again, this is like I say this a lot. I don't know if on the pod or to people, but I feel like this style, every time I drink a saison, whatever, particularly the fruit, this type of stuff, like in a beautiful bottle with some fruit or whatever, I'm always like, why the fuck don't I drink this more often? It kind of comes back to the talk, the chat that we're having in the beginning. It's just like sometimes you need to be reminded and just be like, just drink this stuff more often, man. Like, you know, I got a bunch in the cellar. It makes me just want to be like, shit, I need to put a bunch of this in the fridge and just have it ready to go so I can just switch it out. Because I'm always so stressed about haze and the shit dying that you ignore things like this that are just such an exceptional drinking experience. And it's totally doable. Like this is the equivalent of less than 2 beers. Like this is a beer and a half of IPAs. A 6.5, which is Money Zone IPA, and it's $7.50. So it's like 1.5 cans.
And bottling days are pretty laborious because we work like shit tons of hours. We do everything by hand. But those are like the most fun days. I mean, we've been doing this, like Fred and me, since the beginning. And it's like we arrive and we stopped at like few shops, and I have 6 beers, and he's like, good, I have 2 bottles of wine. That's
like the first year and a half of bottling were crazy
like 12,
days.
12 days of bottling.
12 hours, but bringing wine and a couple of beers in just to make time goes well.
Yeah.
The wine's a good idea just to switch it up a bit, eh?
Yeah.
Not a good idea to go back home afterwards, but
that's why we had a couch on the second floor.
Might just bring that couch back.
We're serious now.
You're way too serious now.
We're adults.
Yeah, I have a daughter and a girlfriend at home waiting for me.
And you can't be fucking around with no couch. I understand.
Yeah. Brewery couch is not a good idea.
No.
It just means I'm going to be at the brewery
more. And maybe you guys need a reason to leave.
Yeah.
Do they not have Ubers in Prévost?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Well, there's taxi,
It's not the same.
but you need
There's
to be
one guy.
patient.
His name is like Serge.
Shouts to Serge. Okay, so he just
He's
holds
there
down the
like
taxes.
yeah, probably on Friday and Saturday, but there's no like
there's-
if you want to Uber, you need to like wait a lot of time.
Do they come from Tremblant or Montreal or something?
I don't
Probably.
say
Probably Saint Jerome. Yeah.
Saint Jerome? It's fucking Saint Jerome with the dead basement. God
Dead
damn it.
basement.
Basement dead. That's all I know about it now. That's what you guys told me. Shit, that's all I know. So this is exceptional. So this particular beer, when this pod comes out in a few weeks, are people going to be able to get this one, or this one might be?
Well, everything we drank today, there's none left.
So you know what? Because we're about to talk about what's about to come when people hear this, and hopefully that for the 3rd anniversary and the 8 beers that you've done. Let's talk through the 8 beers because I'm excited for you.
When people's gonna listen to this, it's gonna be out. Those beers.
Yeah, those beers will be out. So this pod, let me tell you when it's going to come out. So this is here. It'll be there. This will be December 3rd. It'll come out.
Okay, so it's going to be like 4 days after the anniversary. So
Should be some beer left.
should be everything left. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk through what we got. What do we got for lagers?
So this year, it's 8 beers, 7 collabs, or 9 beers,
8.
8 beers,
7 collabs.
7 collabs. Okay, that's
Fuck.
the thing.
Amazing.
So first, the only beer we're doing by ourselves is Kellerbier, a bit like the Spund one we did,
Yes.
but with Alerto Blanc, which is German hops, but kind of feels like a Nelson Sauvin, like a bit like a wine grapey, but it's
Hell yeah.
pretty intense, but it's really nice in the lager. We did some pills with it before and everything. So a Keller beer with this one, the only non-collab beer.
Nice.
We're doing a collab with Loup-Garou with Scott.
Shasta Scotty. I fucking love that dude.
And
He really is
I
so
thought
fun.
we were going to be his first collab, but we're his first Quebec collab.
That fucker.
What did he do?
He brewed a sweet IPA with, how's it called? Brother? No, not Brother.
Wood Brother.
Wood Brothers?
He brewed with Wood Brother before, but it's the first Quebec collab he did. It's with us, Czech lager,
Hell yeah.
because this guy knows about beer, man.
Yakima IPA. Yep.
Yeah, such a nice guy.
He's
Shout out
the
Scott.
best. Yeah.
We're doing obviously a beer with the boys at Melon, lager beer, so like a German lager.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are really-
Shit. So it's 3 lagers. Yeah, 3 lagers, then 3 hoppy beers, 2. Yeah, okay. So that's for the lager part. Because
Amazing.
it's really hard to do a big release of lager because they're so long to do. You need to release beer before it also. Like,
And after it. Yeah.
so we have a pale ale brewed with Missorum
Nice.
with a shit ton of hops. IPA brewed with All My Friends.
Nice.
Also a shit ton of hops.
Is that what the one that Rob came out for?
Rob and
Bill, Ryan?
Bill.
Bill. Okay.
Yeah. Poor Bill was driving drunk Rob back home.
That's
Rob
right.
was drunk?
He was happy.
He was happy. He had a good time at home.
I had
He
a
was
really good
treated
time
well.
at the Laurentians. As
I
it
was the
should.
same as him when we did the collab at All My Friends. So.
Yeah.
Just very happy, having a good time.
And our first and probably our last double IPA
Okay.
with Fine Balance.
Nice. And Mitch and Andrew came up?
I spoke with Mitch, but well,
Yeah. Kingston's
Okay.
even further. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I got a blank with his name.
He was
Feel bad
there.
right now.
Andrew?
No, the brewer.
Mitch.
No, the other brewer.
I don't know the other brewer.
A really nice guy. Oh, I feel so bad right now because we're spending it together. It was so nice.
Paul, Stephen, Gary, Michael,
No, it's, small name.
Matt, Nicholas.
If you listen to this, I love you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're just,
But he came in. We brewed our first and probably last double IPA
Mm-hmm.
They do big IPAs, like they do a quintuple, quadruple, triple.
They're psycho.
So it makes sense when you do a collab to do something that fits both. And in this case, it fits mostly them, but it's people are gonna go crazy. I know people are asking for a double IPA for 3 years. They're gonna have one, and then it's gonna be done.
And they're gonna be like, "See, you got it. Shut up."
Yeah. And then last year we released a saison with Dunham in bottle, which was a non-barrel aged saison, but we blended our saison and Brett blend with theirs. And we made a saison with Sapphire, which is the hops mostly used in like Italian pills.
Sick.
And we barrel aged half of the tank, and now we released the barrel aged version this year.
Okay.
And the last bottle we do is a blend of barrel aged saison with a blend of. There's a local
Apple orchard.
apple orchard. And they send us like freshly pressed juice from their apples, like biologique, like
Organic.
organic apples and everything. They do like ciders and everything at their place, but in this case, they send us some freshly pressed juice that we blended with barrel aged saison that we let re-ferment in tank, and then we bottle it, and that's going to be the last beer of the anniversary.
That's all?
So two bottle, 3 hoppy beers, 3 lagers. Well balanced.
Amazing. That's so sick. And this will be, I mean, by the time people hear this, it'll be done, but you'll start to release these, I guess, next week.
Yeah, because we announced the anniversary yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're starting to can the beers. The bottled beers we bottled the beers like a month ago already.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like 2 weeks left of re-fermentation. But the first canning is tomorrow morning. It's going to be a nice one.
Oof.
And next week we're canning the rest of them a week in advance, because I need to take picture of everything and make sure everything is in can. And so next week I'm going to take a shit ton of pictures.
That's sick. I mean, and do a shit ton of drinking, I imagine.
Yeah. John is drinking. I'm taking a picture.
I like that. Splitting the work.
Yeah,
It's
splitting
beautiful.
the job.
That's a pretty sick lineup right there, boys. That's great. I mean, for 3 years in the game to be working with all of these people, I mean, that's extremely impressive that you guys have been able to sort of, get the brand to the level that it's at and have these sort of cosigns. I know it's a strange thing to weigh your brand based on who you collab with, but beer is a weird thing. And it does mean something. And it means something to the drinker, because there's like a cosign that, 2 companies I really love, their products, they're working together, but it's, you guys also were just beer fans before. I mean, obviously you're in the industry or whatever, but everyone owning a brewery at some point owns a brewery because they were fans of beer, and you kind of never stop. You never lose that. So it's really cool for you. I feel really happy for you guys, because you seem like, I love that you don't seem to have lost any spark. I was going to say, like, this industry could probably drive it out of you, but you guys both seem very like excited by it all still, and like honored and grateful for working with people that you came into it like just hoping that they'd be down, and then you got all these people that are, across both provinces, that are just exceptional breweries and phenomenal people that do great stuff, and highly respected brands that are, willing, that they want to do it because you guys do amazing stuff. It's cool. It's really cool. It's cool to hear you guys talk about it. I think it's, people will be able to hear that and see your faces and be like, yo, you guys are just fucking amped for it. I love that.
I think it's important to stay down to earth. I think we're good with this. Like, every day we're like, it's kind of crazy to think like we're 3 best friends living the dream. We're having a brewery. Like the big weeks that we're complaining about is like, oh, we have to go brew at Messorem and then go to like Catch. And that's a hard week, like it's kind of crazy. And I think it's easy to feel like it's normal, but it's not normal. Like, most of people are just going to in an office every day and working with assholes, and I'm working with this guy every day, like
which is an asshole.
less, you know, like
The best kind of asshole, though.
yeah.
No, it's cool. I like hearing you say that, because that you got to keep that, or like, what's the point of it all? Like, if you guys don't
Exactly.
keep that fire, then it's like, why the fuck are you suffering for when you do? Because these are the times, like, you know, all the hard work feels worth it. Maybe, if it's fair to say, when you get invited to the Catch out St. Fleavy, or to go see Messa, or to go to All My Friends, and to go to these different places, that you...
Yeah, because he talks like we go to like those breweries all the time, but it happens a few times a year. But
Right.
it is
Well, every month we have at least one of these guys.
yeah, but it is like perks of the job. I mean, we don't have like insurance, but we go brew at Le Catch and the Sorum.
You say that while I'm fucking a mouthful.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No
My
insurance,
daughter better not need braces, but
but god damn it, we got tons of haze from Messa.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. No, it's sick. And like, not every brewery gets to do this type of thing. And not every brewery even really cares about it either, to be fair to some people. Some people don't really get in the game to do this type of stuff, and that's okay. Because I think that's what makes it like awesome and fun and different, is that like there's different types of breweries that have different intentions, and everything that you're talking about is the world that I'm in and interested in, and obviously you guys are too, and that's probably why I came across everything, because you guys are involved with the people that I either know or I'm just fans of, which is how probably a lot of different people are hearing about you guys and seeing it. But it's cool. I don't know. I think it's dope to see people appreciate, like, it's not lost on you, even after 3 years. And you've had some fantastic success, but you're still very grateful, and you're still very like, just like, oh man, it's almost like you see, like, we're talking about rap, like, you know, a young rapper who came up listening to all these people, and all of a sudden you're working with your heroes. You're like, what the fuck is happening? Like, this is crazy.
Every week, like, you know, I go to a store for delivery, so I bring back beers that I'm really excited to drink from other breweries, and all the time there's events. I try to go to like all the events that I can, even if it's like a Wednesday or a Saturday when I finish it. So I try to like, we try to, because I go back to the brewery with like the beers that I bought over there, and I talk with Fred, with like all the people I talk with and the people that I meet. So I think that's the one of the way that we get like we stay grounded and talk with the people and stay with the industry. And
it's important to know that it's not normal what we live. Like, there's 350 breweries in Quebec, and we don't have the same life as most of them. Like, our reality is really different from most of them, and it's important to like acknowledge that we're lucky. Like, we work for it and we created this, but still, it's like we're lucky to live it.
That's a great attitude to have. You're always going to be grateful for what you got, and understand that you're fortunate. Even if you did work for it, it still might not. You could have worked really hard, and it might not have turned out this way.
Yeah, because we work really fucking hard, like crazy hard. But still.
But I'm still a fanboy. I'm still pretty excited when I meet breweries and brewers. I'm like, I'm a fanboy.
Yeah. I think it's important not to lose that. To always sort of like keep that, because that's why you're here in the first place. And maybe if you lose that, then that means you kind of lost the excitement for the industry, and and that's probably not the best sign. So it's cool that you guys, like, you acknowledge that. You're like, yo, no, I'm just so, like, when you meet someone, you don't know who they are, and you realize like, oh fuck, you're from there, no shit, I love you guys. You know, that's a cool feeling, like when you're somewhere and you maybe didn't know what they look like, or you didn't know that person's going to be there, and you're like, oh, you know, you don't even worry about like trying to collab or nothing. You just like, I just want to say hi, man. Just like, yeah, hey, this is my place, and like, love what you're doing. Fuck yeah, let's keep in touch. You know, it's I think that's really cool. I think it's a cool way to approach stuff. So then the anniversary is, so when's the so December 10th was the actual anniversary. Is that correct? And then
we opened on December 10th. And
But
normally we do the anniversary the 1st of December, the first Saturday.
weekend. Okay.
Yeah. But this year, every year, there's the Party de Bureau à l'Île de Garde. Well, Île de Garde in Montreal, they do like a Christmas party for brewers every year.
Okay.
And it's always the same date as our anniversary. So we can go, and breweries that we collab with can't come because everybody goes there. And also, November is the worst month of the year for breweries.
Right.
So having a big release there, it makes a big day in November.
Okay.
And December is always a great month for us because there's a lot of cottage and old people that all their family comes in for Christmas and for the vacations, so they buy a lot of beers. So this year is the first time we tried to do it in December to see.
But also, there's a lot of like office parties and things like that during December, so we try to like not interfere with that. So by doing our event on November, the last weekend of November, we know that there's not probably gonna be like Christmas parties, and there's just gonna be family parties and family gathering or whatever. So, but
it's by far
most of
the
it,
biggest party of the year.
we really wanted to go to the Party de Bureau de Garde.
Yeah, makes sense.
We haven't been in 2 years now, so yeah.
So you're like, all right, fuck this. We're going.
Yeah.
I mean, you deserve it, goddammit. So that's pretty sick. So then moving forward after the anniversary, what can people expect from Herman in 2026?
Well, we just ordered a new tank to make more beer. So in this economy, it's kind of stupid, but let's do it.
Well, if the demand is there, bro.
Yeah, the tanks are full and we need more beer. So
Yeah.
But a lot more lagers, more collabs with new friendly people from everywhere. Hopefully more Ontario, maybe United States. A lot of people from Quebec, but we already work with you guys all the time. And it's nice to, see new people and learn new things. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, just keep the grind on. Releasing some fresh new lagers, some old one that we love, keeping the quality up, keeping the thing nice and relevant.
Hell yeah. I love it. That's beautiful. I love it, man. This is great. So people can so by the time they see this, there'll be the anniversary stuff will be out. So if they want to get it, the best place is to go to the brewery because it probably won't get distro, will it, the anniversary?
Maybe a bit, but depending on how crazy the first weekend is.
The distribution?
Yeah.
Well, we have a small réseau of distribution that we really love. Like we said earlier, La Canette, Veux-tu une bière, Espace Houblon. We're in le Frigo de Bacchus, etc. Like a few stores in Quebec as well.
Some bars too.
Alimentation Express, things like that. So, so we're going to have a distribution in those places because they're very nice people and our beer are always there. But the distribution.
There's nothing as nice as coming to drink a pint with John at the bar.
Trying my best.
Nothing beats it.
Always have a fun story to tell.
Everyone's best friend. God damn it. I love it. I don't know why. Can you guys hear that? I feel like I'm echoing.
Yeah.
What
It
happened?
feels like you have your phone in your truck. Or,
the radio. Wow. Wonder what's happening now.
Like a minute ago.
I think we need to start over the podcast.
Okay, we'll start over. It's only 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll take a quick pee break and then we'll come back and finish.
Good. I'm happy I'm not the one who called it this time.
I thought you'd be down. We'll be right back. Boom. All right, we are back and we're bringing it home. Boys, this has been awesome, man. Thank you guys for hanging out, for taking the time. Oh, the echo's gone. Of course.
Yeah.
Here for it. Thank you for taking the time, for sharing the beers and the stories. It's I'm super happy for you guys. I feel like you've really truly earned everything that you've achieved and in 3 short years. Really, I love the way that you approach both the products, the in-house experience, obviously, and also just embracing and working with your faves across, Quebec, Ontario, and beyond. It's I think it's really cool. It's a great way to run a business. It's a great way to sort of keep the brand moving and get it in front of new people. It's super smart. The beers are exceptional. So I can absolutely understand now why, previously I think I'd only had, like as we were saying, I only had your collabs with others. So now finally getting to drink some of your actual stuff, it's glorious, man. I think you guys are doing some phenomenal shit. I can't wait to, next time I'm back, I'm definitely going to come see you guys. It's awesome. Congrats on everything. This is beautiful. The other thing I didn't give you props on, just the small detail of like the gold lids.
Yes.
Sick. So classy.
Only the
earlier I said like something we do some stupid things, even if it costs a lot of money because we like it.
Mhm.
All of the lagers are gold lids, and all of the other beers are silver lids.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's so cool.
Devil is in the details.
It's
It
true
really
gold.
is. True gold, like actual 24 karat gold. So you could
Yeah.
probably go and take that to a jeweler and go and make a Rolex or something.
Should make a big chain with the lids on.
It's just a big Herman chain, just iced out. Let's fucking go. You deserve it. Boys, this is awesome. Stick around. We'll finish up off air, but this is amazing. So the date to actually doesn't even matter when, because this is going to come out after the fact. So when this drops, last weekend in November is the anniversary. Definitely swing by the brewery or hit up your favorite store to try and get any of the anniversary releases from that hit distro. And if not, head up to the brewery to see what else is going on, what else is left. Where can everybody find Herman online and in real life?
Done.
You can find us on Instagram, most of it on Herman Brasserie. So HERMAN BRASSERIE. And same thing on Facebook. So whenever we post on Instagram, it goes on Facebook. Other than that, you can find us in Prévost, 955, local 101 Chemin du Lac Eco. And we're open from Thursday to Sunday, starting from noon. And I think we're really cool people. We have fun. There's a lot of events. We try to have like big events at least once a month. And maybe if you come, you have a chance to see Fred working in the back.
I mean, that's what everybody wants, right?
Yeah.
A big sweaty guy in the back.
just sweating away. I'm seeing even here, like you got stuff like the ramen pop-up that happened in October. You got like these cool, fun food pop-ups and events, pizza and all these different things.
Ramen pop-up was crazy.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Ramen's the best. I love it, boys. Congrats on everything. Thank you for your time. Let's do this like once a year. Let's want to keep in touch. I love what you're doing. I'm excited to just keep in touch. Hopefully we get to link up soon in real life, but I appreciate you both immensely. Let's finish up off air, but thank you both again. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit that notification. See, look, the boys are telling you, hit fucking thumbs up. Hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell so you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at BAOS Podcast. Check out the long form audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that fun stuff. Give us 5 stars on both of them. Not for us, goddammit, but for these beautiful gentlemen here in Provo, making incredible beer. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, y'all.